I'm late to my own party. As I'm sitting here stuffing my face. Oh. We're still waiting for Stoner Craig. Yeah. The Chaos Red Zombie. Yep. All right. Sbarro pizza pie. Quesadilla, I don't know why I like that like Sbarro pizza, but I do, and I know it's just crappy mall pizza. But for some reason, gnarly fucking grease all over that shit is just so goddamn good to me. Like when I can just hold the pizza out and like the grease is just dripping onto my tongue and I'm just like yeah, like that. That shit is amazing. Like I used to go to this Philly cheesesteak place called Greasy Tony's, and you could order your cheesesteaks with extra grease. If I couldn't squeeze grease out of my cheesesteak, it wasn't good. Like Klaus drinking the grease from a pepperoni like a cup. You know, that shit's good though. Drip these nuts. All right, I think we got a thing to do here. You gonna do a thing, y'all? We gonna do a Stonercast thing? I think we got this. I think Stoner Craig will be in it. He's trying to finish eating. I'm bumping us over. Boom.
I was a little bit worried. I woke up at like 3 o'clock this morning and I was like, this is going to be dangerous. This doesn't start. This is midnight for me. So I'm like, I'm going to have to take a nap today at some point. There's definitely going to be a nana nap in my day.
I did a Stonercast a few years back with Lexibat and KF Logan. And it was funny because I was in Hawaii, Lexibat's in Ireland, and KF Logan's in the UK proper. So it was like just worlds apart because I'm in Arizona normally, but I happen to be on vacation, so it was just like time zone was crazy. It was fun.
That's what I got. I was doing a Call of Duty storyline for the zombie stuff the other night, and I was playing with a guy that's over sort of North Stateside, and like I'm playing on like 200 ping, and after about 3 hours, we got the final boss down to 25% and died, and I was like, nope, that's it. I'm getting up. I'm walking away. I'm just my controller's going out the window in a minute.
And then
Can't get into COD anymore. I don't know why. There's just something about it.
I'm glad they built the Black Ops 6. Like now they've got the round-based zombies back again. I'm having a lot more fun with it, to be honest. I didn't really like the open world so much because it felt like when I went in, unless you spend the full hour in there, you weren't really getting anywhere. And to commit into an hour on zombies is quite a big thing when you've got the attention span of a blind pew. So it's like, I can jump on, do a couple of rounds. If I die, I start again. You don't really lose too much. And if I don't die, I keep going. But yeah, man, I much prefer it this way.
I'm too hooked on
Yeah,
Rocket
I'm
League.
not a big cod fan. I like salmon much better. Sometimes shellfish, maybe some swordfish.
Flounder's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I can't do salmon. Anything that's got bones in it, I draw the line. If someone serves me dinner and then I've got to pick through it and pick stuff out, you haven't finished cooking it, in my opinion. Go and take the bones out and then bring it to me.
Is that the same
I
with
don't
like
know.
wings? You a boneless wing man?
I'm quite fussy with that. So like, I'd eat most things, but like, I when it comes, especially with fish, when it comes to fish, so I will be the one motherfucker. There'll be no bones in there, and I will find 10 of them. I don't know how I do it, but every time.
Type of fish. But I remember, like up north, like if you.
Hey, well,
You're really quiet, Chris.
Oh, I
Yeah. What's?
Oh, figured it out.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome
to the chat.
we're about to get some noise going because I'm gonna start asking you guys to introduce yourselves real quick because that way all of our audiences know who's who and what you're all about. So,
At the point where I go and hide.
we're gonna go ahead and just go kind of down the line. I've already introduced myself, but we'll go back. We'll start with Dreaded Zombie, and Kit Chaos, then Chrysanthemum and Stoner Craig. Just I don't know. Tell us a little bit about what you like to do on the internet. Maybe like what you're smoking today, what you
That's
like to
dangerous.
smoke, shit like that. It's your time.
All right. I'm Dreaded Zombie. I mainly stream video games and Rocket League, but I'm smoking on some Alien Burger. I've been recently going to the dispensary, and I've been having fun with this. Me and my friend been addicted to it, so I got like a bunch of crap because they have sales all the time. So I got dabs and all the little
Pretty
stuff.
soft.
Nice. I love the name Alien Burger.
Yeah, Alien Burger, strange name. Not so much high in THC. It's like 26%. The other one I have is like 30. That's pretty good for these, I guess.
I'm actually really surprisingly, I really like the 26, 27%. Like that just is a good, like honestly, like that's a good place. For the amount that I smoke, it does the trick.
Yeah, well, an entire wrecks my tolerance.
Yeah.
And you get diminishing effects over 25% anyways. Like it really, it's starting to the point, like once you hit 25, everything after that, it's cool bragging rights. And like, I still, believe me, when I can get a 33%, like I got they had one here called Wonka Bars, and I got 33%. I was like, woohoo! But I was like, yeah, it's not gonna
I thought I was
my
great.
autism, so forgetting like the stuff that we get over here, especially because it's not legal over here, so we have to, we do what we can. But there's like I do the quality control for a few people, and yeah, most of ours like because of my autism and my seizures, like anything lower than like 40 kind of doesn't really hit the sides too much.
So do you do like a lot of dabs and stuff, or?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't do any dabs. I don't do any bongs. I just smoke my roll-ups, and I'll just smoke constantly throughout the day, and just keep myself on an even keel. I try not to smoke too much. Like so I used to go through quarter, half ounce a day easily, but these days because I get sort of the stronger stuff, then I don't need to smoke quite so much. I can just quite happily, sort of bong my way through and not blow everything up.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, same way. We'll get into it, but yeah, okay. So, Alien Burger, that's what you're puffing on.
Yeah. Right now, yep. I got some dabs here too, but I'm saving that.
Hell yeah.
That's just so I can wake up and blast off, basically.
Yeah, right. I don't dab as much as I thought I was going to. You know what I mean? Like when I picked it up, I just really love my joints, dude. I just really do.
Well, I like doing it because
thing for me is you get more flavor.
Yeah.
Like smoking
I think that's because I love smoking so much. You know what I mean? Like I really liked cigarettes. You know what I mean? When I did smoke.
I loved it when I smoked.
Still do.
I loved it.
recently
That's
quit.
like when everyone went to vaping, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't want cherry flavored. I don't want orange, and I
Right.
want a cigarette. You know,
Right.
like what I wanted was it just defeated the point for me.
Well, that's how I quit. I went to vaping and I hated vaping, and I just
Yep.
stopped
That's how I quit
going
too.
down in nicotine. And then I was like, I hate
The-
vaping, so I just quit vaping.
The
Yep.
vapes are all getting banned over here now anyway, so I wouldn't even be able to. I
That's
think that's
unfortunate.
at the beginning of next year or something, or Easter. All the disposable vapes are getting taken out the shops, and it's all going to be completely illegal.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Is it because of like kids' use?
Yeah, pretty much. Like kids are using them in schools and stuff, and and
Yeah.
it's just the thing about it is I like the idea of the vaping originally was designed for smokers that are trying to quit smoking, and in that
Right.
sense, like yeah, that's a great idea. But having 18 different cherry candy floss flavors isn't really that necessary in that sense. So I do
Exactly.
kind of agree with it. But it also is a little bit like the new law in Australia that they've brought in where they're banning social media. Well, what do you do about all the kids that have already got accounts and already got them on their phones?
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of how do you actually enforce that?
They're unpoliceable laws.
Yeah.
You know,
They're there to get votes.
they're there to say they did it. They did the thing.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Either that or they're, just trying to pull up on promises.
Yeah, this is it. It's just like all the political sort of showmanship and bollocks, if you for want of a better term. But like when it comes down to it, again, I can't see that it's actually going to last very long. There's New Zealand did the same thing. They banned smoking for anyone under 16, like, and then that got appealed less than a year later.
Yeah, I'm sure. Somebody will find a way to appeal it. They always do.
The thing about it is that you look at people like me, I still smoke 24/7 anyway, so it's not like it's going to make too much difference. It just means that more people are going to get arrested.
Yep.
Like, so it's just six one, half a dozen the other.
Yeah.
Let's pop over to Kids Chaos and hear a little bit about
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
you, what you're doing, and yeah, just whatever you want to share with us. You can share whatever you want.
All right.
Take time.
I am Kit. Over at Kids Chaos. I stream games, mostly 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, and a lot of tarot. I'm currently smoking. Let's see. This is I don't know the brand. Revelry. This is Lost Coast Haze. One of their. I don't know. It's decent. This one's at 28.5. Usually, I am
I
a
love
bonger.
hazes. Oh, nice.
So that's my thing. I used to have a collection.
Show them your bong again. Show them why that bong is so cool.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Handle, dude.
And so this is
That's a great idea.
I love this this artist. This is Special K Glass. He's based out of I think it's Eugene, might be Bend, Oregon. And he calls himself the Bong Father. He does auctions over on Instagram. So you like this piece for some fucking reason, this was a remainder. He puts up, I don't know, about a dozen a day, and this was the one that no one wanted, and I got it for $30. And honestly, I'm a little offended on behalf of my precious baby. It's gorgeous and it has a handle. So, also, I personify literally everything. I'm batshit crazy. And actually, that's probably mostly what my stream is about. Smoking weed and talking about how I'm trying to cope with my mental health. I've been really open with my struggle with trying to get assistance just in general. I've done the best I can to try and destigmatize things like calling the crisis line or reaching out for a community-centered IOP, because those are not what people think. IOP is an independent...
Intensive outpatient program.
Thank you.
Thanks, I'm in one.
Oh, I've been in a couple. They work.
One.
I'm just
I've
really crazy.
been there. I know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
So making the trauma fun, right? Like that's kind of my whole steez. And recently my life has gone absolutely crazy. In the last 5 years, I went from being a married corporate douchebag to I'm a divorced crazy stoner living the cliche. So, I'm pretty cool in a you wouldn't want me to be your kid, but I'm really cool kind of way.
I love that.
But hey, I've always figured it out. And I don't know, I'm just here to be a cheerleader.
That's what's up.
Life is never simple.
Welcome.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. And Chris, thank you so much for extending this invitation. It was amazing.
Likewise.
No, absolutely. You guys are some of my favorite people.
You're already making friends in my chat. Jane Burns like, hey, let's hang out. We'll be besties.
Yeah. So there's a whole I don't know if it would be appropriate here, but there's like we've put together a list of like the kinds of people that vibe in chat. And I don't have a huge following, but man, we're loyal and we are all friends. And it literally does come down to like the trauma and being kind of fucked up weirdos. So as a fucked up weirdo, the beacon is lit. Hello, welcome. I want to meet the rest of you, and I'm here for a good time. And also, I learned recently, genetically, probably a long time.
So I'll give you the number of us I find.
That's the thing is like this is a great place for you to be because we're all a little fucked
We
up.
all have something in common.
In the best way possible, So.
We do the hold on. Can we do the share thing to share chat or the knock thing to share chat?
We don't usually, but it's just because we haven't tried it.
Yeah, if you're not using Explorer, then you should be able to do it. It opens up a new browser tab, which will give you like a voice chat, but you can just just mute that and then carry on as normal.
Is everyone okay if I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can try it. I've never tried it, but I'm up for it.
There we go. There we
I
go.
already rated, so this is you. It's obvious.
Yeah, I'm not even streaming. It's the weekend.
Oh, sweet.
It gets confusing if you have a bunch of bots and stuff like that because, like in mine, when I'm doing it with somebody, it's like my bot will respond to what theirs is saying, and like my advertisements will be going off in their chat at the same time and stuff like that. So it's
right.
Yeah, we had that the other day. My mates kept going off in mine, but mine didn't go off in his, and I was like, "Hold on a minute, this is a bit like at least play mine as well, you bugger."
Like my friend's creator code will just be playing in my chat. I'm like, yeah, go use this creator code, guys.
I get so mad because there's so many creator codes. Sometimes I'll be really crazy and I'll just leave it empty. Even though I know like all these people with creator codes, I'm like, Chris, don't be a dick.
Yeah,
It's yours. Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm complete Scrooge. I will never buy any skin or anything. People are like, "That's my creator code." I'm like, "That's nice. Good luck with that." Yeah, and
Craig, you want to tell us about you?
oh god. Me, I was spent most of my life in the military. I was an ambassador for the Prince's Trust. I run my own business as a personal trainer before I retired at 29 because of autism and seizures and bipolar. I'm now mostly agoraphobic. I haven't left the house in a long time, but I smoke like a fucking chimney. I do a lot of work with DJs, and we do a lot of charity work for cancer research, autism, and stuff. And I was world number 1 on Elder Scrolls EU for 3.5 years. I was 6th in the world on Gears of War 5. So I've done a few bits and pieces. I used to travel all around the world. I'm half New Zealand, half UK. So I don't know. Shutting me up is more the trick.
Oh, you're good. Actually, I've enjoyed already like the conversation that you sparked. Interesting conversation, to say the least. All good. Sorry, I just got a raid in from Justin Freakin. Wanted to say thank you to Justin Freakin for the raid in. Good to see you, homie.
Hey.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Gotta give it up for our homies. Man. But yeah, so you...
Craig, I think Styles M asks Army, Navy, or RAF?
I was Army, so I spent most of my time with REME, which is the Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. I did a fair bit with the signals and some of the special bits and pieces. But yeah, where I live, we have a REME base that was just down the road, along with the Army Air Corps, and so I grew up a lot with interacting with them and doing stuff.
Says right as soon as you said that. You guys are both near it. All right. TMI now. No addresses.
Yeah. Yeah, Prince's Trust is always good fun as well. I had a lot of fun with them. We got to do loads of stuff, from going to like BT and like investment bankers. I set up charity runs, and we did a few bits in prisons to give in talks and stuff. So I've been pretty lucky with the stuff I've done in my life. Like I've always been busy and doing 3 or 4 things at once until now. And now I sleep like 19 hours a day to make up for it.
Burnout is so real.
Huge fan of hibernating. If you could hibernate as an Olympic sport, I would go for Britain easily.
You'd have steep competition, my friend.
The next challenge.
Nothing hits like that depression nap that lasts 20 hours.
The Olympic gold for napping.
I mean, it's not much of a spectator sport, I'll give you that. But like, I feel like we could get there.
I don't know. Depends on who you are.
We could watch some people napping. I don't know.
We're like, hey.
I mean, do they get extra points if they fart and snore? Like, I mean, how do we like?
Damn, that guy is like, in REM.
Yeah, that's when you want the sleepwalkers. That's what you need for those.
Using my religion.
I used to have a girlfriend that would sleep talk quite a lot, and like you could tell when she was drunk because she'd argue with herself. Like normally she'd just casually she'd talk about the shopping or something, or she'd go and get her nails done in her sleep. It was quite amusing, and like, but she'd have like full serious conversations as if she was there. And then, like, when she got drunk, she would argue with herself, and then she would do, no, but you're a dick. Yeah, well, you're not a dick. Yeah, but I am a dick. But yeah, that's not. You're right there, love.
The Ren breaking out in her. Yeah.
Roll over.
When
the inner monologue coming outside.
When I was debating a lot, my partner at the time actually said that I would debate in my sleep, and that it was really fucking annoying. Like, because I would actually have legit serious conversations with nobody that was there,
like really stern, sort of yeah, well, I think, and all right, calm down. But yeah, it was quite funny. So the first couple of days it was quite amusing, and then after a week, and I'm like, I'm gonna go and sleep in the other room. Fuck it.
Right. I bet. No, I'm sure I told my partner
to be fair, but
harsh.
I suppose it's my turn.
Oh yeah, it's your turn.
Most of you guys know me, but I've been on this show before a couple times. I'm Chrysanthemum. I am a mom.
Who are you again?
Oh, it's Chris and the mom.
Chris and the mom. 4 syllables. Sick.
But yeah, I try to be a positive kind of mentor role on my streams. I'm also dirty as fuck though, and I smoke pot, so I don't know. I'm like that. There's it's funny because Fatboy Slim was a really big deal when I was in high school, and he has this new song out, and it says, I'm not, what is it? I'm not an idol. Oh, I might have to look it up. But it is exactly what I'm talking about. But essentially, I stream about all kinds of stuff. I primarily play Rocket League, but I have kind of been spreading my wings a little bit and being crappy at other games. So that's
Everyone
been
seems
pretty
to be on
cool.
Rocket League at the moment. Someone in my
Yeah,
chat
it's new
before I raided was
season.
like, "What would it take to get me to get you to play Rocket League?" I was like, "I don't know about
Well,
this
is it because of the car movement?
I've played it once or twice before, but I was very drunk. I used to call it a goal if I could touch the ball. I was terrible at that game. It was horrible.
Me
And people are
too.
like, "You're British. It's football. You should be good at this." And I'm like, "No, no, this is
So
not
bad.
football."
I do like playing.
Love it.
It's fun as fuck, but
Yes.
I am so
It's
bad at
fun. It
it.
can be a laugh,
It's
but
so
like,
fun.
yeah.
I'm like,
It's
can I
also
just
an
drive around,
addiction.
flip the car and stuff? Like
I
that's the
need at
fun for
least
me.
half a case of beer first, and then I don't care how bad I am. Like, otherwise, pride gets in the way, and I'm like, "Damn it! I'm good at games. I can do this." I can't do it for shit. It's so bad.
Great.
Yeah, I had
Because-
my son's babysitter text me the other day, and she's like, "Yeah, we're playing race cars. Grayson is winning every one." She had like that steam coming out of her nose emoji, like they were all getting frustrated because my son was beating everybody at the racing. And I was like, "This is Rocket League."
I see. That's something I'd be proud of, though. Like that's raising a proper gamer there. We don't
Right.
raise half asses in this. We're gonna raise a proper gamer. They have a controller in hand. As soon as they come out, you can have the
Yep.
milk bottle afterwards.
That's right. But yeah, I have
Who
a
is Jason
shop,
Society?
a retail shop that I'm working on looking for physical locations to put it. And I'm in the Austin area, so I'm very excited as I'm kind of learning the city a little bit. It's also a challenge because it's
Thank you for
so
the follow.
not legal where I am, which is unfortunate. Hey, yo, let's go! There she
Big old one.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you, baby. Hi, everybody. Everybody, please follow Ollie Problemos. She's amazing.
Yes, do that.
Hey, Mildred, Roma, go. We just were going through just like introducing ourselves and stuff, so you guys got here just at the right time. Yo, Crinkle. But yeah, I can kind of leave it there for the most part. Most of the folks coming in with the raid know me.
Rock and roll. Well, I'm Jason Society. I do this. I host Stonercast and officiate everybody getting high and otherwise generally enjoying a cordial and fine conversation with each other. When I'm not doing this, you can find me ranting about very news or political shit happening in the world, or talking about what's happening in the cannabis industry or cannabis laws or cannabis health or other things involving cannabis and music and culture and shit. But a lot of cannabis. Oh, and food. I watch a shit ton of food videos. I got a thing with watching like not just people cook, but like the competitive eating shit. Like I
Also,
especially like the smaller the person, the better. Because
Yeah,
I used to
watching
love that
small
on The
people
Hangover.
devour mass amounts of food is fucking insane to me.
like,
And
how
I'm
do
just
that?
trying to understand where it goes. And I
So
literally
every
think
time I
these
used
people
to have
have
a
a black
hangover,
hole
I'd be like,
somewhere that
"Okay,
lives
I can do
inside of
that."
them.
Oh my goodness. It's just in there.
I'm sorry, what? What's going on? I step away for 2 seconds.
Yeah, you step away and I start talking about holes. You see what happens?
I know.
We were stuffing small people.
Right? The smaller the better, I heard.
I mean, wait, no. I mean, well, we were trying to figure out where it goes
Something
inside
she
the
never
mother.
said.
It just does.
No, but that's pretty much it. Like, I play games sometimes, but I'm a really shitty gamer, so when I do, it's just like I'll do like I die, I dab, and I get really, really high, which makes it even more fun because the more I dab, the more I die, and it just it spirals rapidly. Right now, I have a few different things I'm smoking on. I'm smoking on some pineapple mac, pure Michigan.
I love Pure Michigan.
It's really good. It's really, really nice. And then I've got some sticky cake.
Ooh. I like
Pure
the name.
Michigan and Rainbow Runts, I think, makes Rainbow
I've forgotten
Cadillac,
that.
which is probably my second favorite strain. And I haven't had it since I left Maine, and that sucks. But
There's
anyway,
a
Pure Michigan's
there's a
one of my
strain that
favorites.
always makes me think of Maine, and I don't even think that I don't know if it's even in Maine or not. But it's a
Never
strain
been
that
to
just
Maine.
by virtue of the name of it makes
Who
me
is
think of
Jason
Maine.
Society?
And it's called Moose and Lobster, and it's incredibly good. And I don't know why, but I always think of Maine when I think of Moose and Lobster.
That's the randomest name I've seen in a while.
Are
I
there
don't know. What do
Mises
you
up in
think,
Maine?
Dreaded? What do you think of that?
I'm trying to think if there's Mises up in Maine. Are there? Is there Mises up in Maine? It's
Is
up
it
Are there
there.
Mises or
Mises?
Mooses?
Moose?
They're
Moosesa?
Mooses.
healthy.
Mooses, Mises, or Mices?
Everything else,
Mice?
goddamn.
Mice?
Except for venomous snakes, there are not venomous snakes in Maine. So that
Ooh,
I
I would like to go
There's
someplace
definitely
without venomous
lobsters.
snakes.
definitely lobsters.
We have a lot of venomous snakes here. I'm in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. We got like copperheads over here, I guess.
Huh.
That's
We've got
about it.
rain.
There was, I
yeah,
think there
those are
were,
those are
I don't
dangerous
know. I
too.
keep hearing that there's tons and tons of snakes where I live. I did have one like get into my garage.
Yeah, but Chris, you'd only see them if you left the house. That's how you don't fit. That's why you don't know
That's why
about
you
those.
don't go outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw one under my fridge one day, and I was like, I call a guy, and he goes, honestly, they only came in thinking there might be food. They're not going to want to be there. Just leave the garage door open. It'll leave during the night. And literally, it did. It was gone. Like, came in looking for
Yeah, but it
something.
was
Probably
gone.
smelled like the
Hold
cat's
on a
litter
minute. What
box.
happens if
And
I need to go in there and I wake up in the middle of the night, go into the garage, and be like, "Hello."
I know, but my mom's very scared of snakes, so that was an adventure with dealing with that.
They're scary.
There was a place in Turkey I went to. I was a little kid, but they have like kind of like the sort of temples, and they've got loads of incense, like weed incense around, and the snakes just come down from the mountains and congregate there. And they have these temples dotted around for the snakes to go to, so they don't go to other places. But like as we were in there, I've got a couple of pictures somewhere of the snakes like wrapped around. My mum would not come through the door, and like as she was coaxing her in, and she got into the doorway, and so she's like, "So they've been like devenomed or anything?" And he's like, "No, they're just on the incense. They're all quite happy." And she's like, no, out." Like, but they had when we went out, there's like the inside bit where you could get all your tourists and your picture taken, and then out the back there's like a couple of pits like that are dug down for them to all fall into. And it is something like out of Indiana Jones. When you look down, they're just writhing over each other. You can't see any floor. Like, and there's kind of
Fucking
yeah, if you
like
don't
that.
like snakes, that's not the place to be. But as
I don't
a
like that.
6-year-old me thought it was fucking brilliant.
Cool. Cool, but also, I don't like that. That's too scary. Snakes are cool to look at from a distance, I think, is what it is. They're just wiggly and weird. I like
So I'm
reptiles.
not bothered about anything. The only thing that really gets me is heights. Like I'm not
It's
too
pretty
good
fucking
with,
scary, dude.
but like yeah. To be fair, like when I was drunk once back in New Zealand, and it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and my mum and dad were like, "Yeah, we're going with your cousins." And I didn't really think anything. They normally go to a vineyard or something, you know. And then we turned up and we're at the bungee jump place, and my cousin's getting me strapped in, and I'm like, whoa, 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 this is not okay. Unstrap me now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I couldn't do it.
I was not ready for this.
I think after a certain height, my brain's like, that's not what you're afraid of anymore. Because I guess like when
after a
you're
certain
afraid of
height,
heights,
it's
you're
quite
afraid of hurting
rational.
yourself. Yeah, well,
Like-
you're afraid of hurting yourself. But after a certain
Yeah.
height, I'm just gonna die. So like kind of in my head, that fear goes away. It's just I'm gonna die anyway. So what's it really matter? So if I'm gonna try skydiving, that'd probably be something I would do because
See, that's the one
what's
thing
gonna
I did
happen
want to
if you
do.
fuck up?
Like,
You're
My
gonna die
fear-
pretty much.
With that is hitting trees and shit on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
see,
Yeah,
I did
well-
the bungee jump. I did do it in the end. I had a beer first, but I did do the bungee jump. But I
Did you hit a
wanted to do
tree?
a skydive. But the bungee jump we did was in a canyon, and there's a river going round. So
Oh.
as we're doing the bungee jump between these two rocks, and there's these kayakers at the bottom that have just paddled along to stop and watch us. And my cousin said I sounded like Goofy as I'm going down. Go, there was no pride in that whatsoever. I screamed like a little girl. I cried my eyes out. It's just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
That's
I
really
love
funny.
that.
So I've got to hang
Yeah,
over.
I'm not good
for a
with
little
heights
while.
either. Fuck all that height shit. And we used to jump off, like, do cliff diving here a lot too, because there's a lot of like rivers and lakes and shit people go cliff diving at. Fuck, man, like every time I did it, like I was still scared shitless, even though like a lot of those times I was on mushrooms, but it's okay.
It's the embarrassing thing. So all my New Zealand
Holy
side of my
shit.
family, they do that stuff all the time. And like me being in the UK most of it, I go over there and they're like, "Come on, then you're big and strong and this." And my little like 5-year-old cousin's jumping off this tree doing a backflip. I'm like, "You're fucking crazy." So you're not gonna have a go? No, I'm bloody not.
It's very safe
Yeah, I
here
never
on the
did that.
ground.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna roll a smoke, and then I'm gonna try not to get told off. I say that they did make me go water skiing when I was over there once. That's painful. That is painful.
I've never done that.
I never have my. I never.
Standing
I don't
up,
have
you
my
have to
door
keep a
shut
proper,
that often,
like-
so my kids are going nuts right now. Going, I want in there. I'm like, no.
It's like me every time I start streaming. It's either the kiddo or the dogs. Every time, without fail. I'm like, oh no.
You said that, but it's
You couldn't ask me like 5 minutes ago before I hit the go live button. Like, no. no.
Right now.
Well, that was like my son in his bath tonight. It was like my mom is with us, and she went in there to check on him. She's like, "You done?" He's like, "No." She walks out, and he's like, "Mom." And I'm like, "What?" I come in. He's like, "I'm done." And I'm like, "You little dick, dude. My mom was just in here to get you out."
That's
Nope.
funny.
I
On
used
his
to be like that,
own
though. Like, my
terms.
uncle would come in and I'd be like, "No, I don't trust you. You can go away. Other person, other adult, please."
Yeah, he talked to Little Busy today. He was on Little Busy's stream, my son.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, that was cute.
These are the worst daisies.
Sorry, I'm packing it.
It's totally unacceptable that you're taking time to pack weed on a show called Stonercast.
I
How
know.
dare you pack weed on a show
Oh
called
my god.
Stonercast? You have been condemned.
You guys
For
wanna know something? I'm kind of. That's kind of
surely
funny. I'm
the
kind of
crime there
ashamed
is
of.
not sharing it. If you're gonna pack it, at least pass it around. Come on now, we're all
Right.
here.
Everybody get their
So,
shame bells out.
apparently, I
Shame.
had a thing with Slinkies this Christmas. I was going through and like getting. I have all the gifts hidden right throughout the year in the house. Right, I hide them in different places and stuff. And I'm getting them all together. Yeah, because my son's birthday is on the 19th, and then we got Christmas.
My shopping is being done the Friday before Christmas.
Oh,
It's gonna be
dang.
horrible.
I don't envy you at all. I hate
It's
Christmas
gonna
shopping.
be like a car freshener.
That's
and
why
whatever.
I tried to get it like throughout the year. And
kindling.
I started putting them together, and somehow I got 6 fucking Slinkies. Apparently, I kept buying Slinkies throughout the year and hiding them around my house.
I haven't seen a Slinky in years.
You really like fucking Slinkies. These things are
I was
good.
really all about the fucking
Like, yeah, you want to take one on your way out? You can have that.
I said, I had a Slinky once, but I
You
live
guys
in a
don't
bungalow,
understand.
so I
No,
don't have
but
any steps.
yeah, you guys don't understand.
This is the most pointless toy ever.
I love Slinky. They're stupid, but I love
Slinkies
them.
are pointless, but it's not a toy to like have a purpose for. It's just it's
If you live in a
sensual.
bungalow, I live on
It's
one floor.
Oh,
sensory,
no.
you
There are
know.
no,
seen those
You live on
nowhere
a
to
one
put
floor.
the
It's
things
like
that I-
the worst gift for you.
They're so
Yeah.
cool.
You have no
It's
steps.
like that. I've got 8 sets of Monopoly. I'm an only child. Like fucking, I've got Game of Thrones Monopoly. I've got Chocolate Monopoly, Travel Monopoly. I've got Original Monopoly. But no one to fucking play with. I'm like, stop buying me.
You're like,
Don't
I
get me
really like
wrong.
financially challenging myself.
Yeah, I love
have a
Monopoly, but
hobby.
like,
Yeah.
what's the
board
fucking
games.
point?
Of
What's-
board games, and I worked for a board game company for years, and I have a collection that is huge. I am an only child, and not only that, I am an only child's only child. I don't even have
I feel
cousins.
this.
Like,
Holy
I
shit.
feel this.
what?
What
So
goes
if
through
anybody
their
wants
heads?
to play
Like, what?
Agricola, like, let me know. I've got it. I've even got the animation for it. Anyway, I feel that so hard.
That's rad.
Yeah, I have board games sitting. Like, I got Cards Against Humanity, thinking one day I'll like get to do that with somebody, and then like it's still
Mine's
sitting in
here
the
somewhere.
box. I haven't even unwrapped it. I'm like, one day.
Oh, that was I found a
Here's
game of
the
Uno
thing,
in
that
the
is
top
one that you
cupboard the other week that still had its wrapper on. I haven't been in that cupboard in over 10 years.
That is one that you can play.
There was kids' pictures of my mum and my dad. Like, that's how long we hadn't been in there. Spiders had been in, moved out, fucked off 10 years ago. They're like, fucking... Even the moth wouldn't go in there. And I'm like, what's this in the back? Oh, God, it hasn't even been unwrapped yet. I still had the fucking receipt with it. It's just like...
Wow.
Yeah. Someone had a brilliant idea.
House surprises. We'll find stuff.
Having said that, though, I do like the Game of Thrones Monopoly. When you read the chance cards and that, they're all like, "Oh, you got caught in a brothel, pay £10." I'm like, yeah, I probably did. Fair enough.
Here's 15.
yeah. Don't come
Stay
back.
longer? Do you get more time if you pay more? That's my question.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to squander my money, I should at least be able to squander it appropriately.
I kind of want to play Monopoly a different way now. Every time somebody I gotta pay, but like slide like $10 extra, see what happens.
Yeah, you can make up your own rules when you got no one else around.
Watch next week, Dreaded Zombie comes and he's like, "Hey, so I got this idea. I coded Monopoly, and now all random streamers can now play Monopoly together, united. We need to start
I would
using
play
your powers
Monopoly.
for
If
good.
someone did that,
I don't know. We
would
need
play.
to like
How cool would
bring
that be?
down like the corporate agenda or something. I don't know.
I do.
I would play it.
Look.
The only trouble with that is that after all these years, you wouldn't see me for like a week, and I would just be in there. I will win, my precious, my precious.
That's
It's all
awesome.
about
So much
Candyland.
good.
But all the candy is drugs.
That sounds like a really
I've
fun
been
game.
there. That's why.
When you land on it, you
Sounds like
gotta
a
do
party.
it. Yeah.
That's what I call festival.
Okay, so my question is
Gone for days, dude.
Is it all drugs or is it some drugs? Because it's Candyland.
I
Would
mean,
you, you know what I mean? Because you have to have your villains and stuff like that. So, like, how would you handle that?
I mean, I guess you'd have to have all drugs. Like maybe like there are drugs you call bad drugs. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's a bad drug though?
I think,
Drugs are
to
kinda
be fair,
turn bad
like,
on you,
here's meth.
you
I
know?
think it
Here's
works.
meth.
It works in certain
Meth
ways.
is
Like,
definitely
meth.
bad.
I'll provide Rizzlers and I'll provide straws. I'm not providing needles. Let's put it that way. Like, you know, it's like I feel like, you know, like there's acceptable things, and then there's limits where people are just going to get stabbed every 5 minutes.
Fair.
Oh
Fair.
my lord!
Yeah, well, that's a thing over in Europe. We shoot people.
Yeah.
You guys
Same
stab
thing, all day
people.
shooting,
Yeah, but
stabbing,
that's the
shooting.
thing. A
Real
bullet is
life
traceable, a
violence.
knife isn't.
Fair. Fucking Sherlocks. The whole lot of ya.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh my god.
Sounds pretty nice. What?
I mean, Sherlock was a big time cokehead. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
on
They
he
were
was on
on
the
opium.
morphine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used to
morphine.
chase the dragon.
He was smoking, I guess, huh? It's just like
Yeah, he used to smoke spoons. He was chasing
that's
the dragon.
crazy. Well, good. This just goes to
Still,
show you,
legendary
you
man,
can
to be
be
fair.
very
And the thing,
successful.
yeah, the
Smoking
thing about that is you
anything.
also have to appreciate the time and the culture of it as well. Because like, although he was known for doing it, it's not exactly like there weren't complete opium dens scattered across the city everywhere.
They really
Like,
were.
True.
it's sort of it's not like he was an outcast in doing it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah,
I was just like,
like
cool,
It's
he's
a
walking
part
into
of
smoking
a
a pipe,
pipe.
society. Well, I
dude.
mean, Charles Dickens was apparently on opium, so was William
Oh,
Shakespeare. Like a lot
a
of those
lot
guys.
of those. A lot of the poets.
A lot of them
That
used to
era.
take LSD and stuff for especially the poets for the writing. Although to
I
be
mean, I
fair, I
used to
don't
take
see how that would
LSD.
work because when I used to take
Seconds.
LSD, I wasn't writing anything. I was too fascinated to look at
Unfortunately,
it. So-
Right back.
I'm having a family emergency, so unfortunately, I have to dip. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm sorry, I wasn't a better.
Oh shit!
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay.
Anyway,
Oh, no
thank
worries.
you.
We'll catch you next
well,
time.
yeah. Thanks.
And I
and-
hope that works out. I hope everything's all right.
Yeah, everyone's okay.
All right. Bye. Love you, Kit.
Oh, that does happen sometimes. I do hope everything's okay for them. In the interim, I find myself compelled to just. I'm gonna smoke some because I like to smoke weed.
Same.
It's one of those things I
Rageous.
do.
Me, never tried it.
Yeah, I hear it's really bad for you.
That's what I do to laugh. Like a couple of years ago, it was in a police station, and they were like, "You've got weed," and I was like, "Yeah, you do realize you can get prescribed it?" And they were like, "No, we're in the UK," and I was like, "Yes, you can still be prescribed it since like 2016." The look on their faces as they looked at each other, walked out the room, came back in, and went, "Okay, we're sorry."
They're like, "We got him," and then they're like, "No, we don't."
Like this, yeah. Do you realize that? No. What? Wait, what? Nice try, motherfucker.
Better luck next time, sucker.
Yeah, man, they hate me. They fucking hate me.
Oh man, I have such a problem with authority.
They just annoy me.
I
Yeah.
ended up having fucking seizures and that when they haven't given me my meds properly and stuff. And because of it, I ended up getting let off of like every time I've been arrested. I got arrested drink driving like 4 times the limit with fucking 2 ounces of weed and some other things, and didn't get. I got off scot free because fucking one of the police officers beat me in front of the camera.
Well, that's
But the
great.
police officers over here aren't nice. Like fucking man.
It's
They're
everywhere.
just insane stories, but yeah, it is one of those. That's why like I think that in any society, anywhere you are in the world, it's sort of the grass is always a little bit greener, and there's always going to be the underground, for want of a better term. There's always going to be
Right.
socializations and groups of friends that no worries, I'll sort you out. It's sort of like I don't know, yeah. It's the same thing like we were saying earlier about them banning vapes. Like, there's always they're not going to go away. They're just going to become more expensive.
Yep.
Push things out to the
Just
black market, and like you're just creating more of an opportunity for people to create criminal enterprise, which you say you want to stop, but you're actually creating the market when you could just
But
keep it legal and regulate the
This
market
is it.
and, you know, make sure that people are able to do what they're doing as safely as possible and not have to worry about the alternatives, which are people taking stuff they don't know what the fuck is in it and dying or
But
having allergic reactions or
that's
other
the
shit
other
like
thing.
that.
When you go to the black market, then we start mixing it down to make more money and stuff like that, and then you don't know what you're getting. At least when it's regulated, then you have a chance of doing something. Like, but again, the joke of it as well is over here they're complaining that all the prisons are like so full they're bursting, like, and they're having to shut them down because they're all crumbling. One of the roofs fell in on a prison the other day. 3 prisoners got out. 2 of them died. Fuck yeah, and they're like, yeah, let's criminalize like everything. And it's
This
like,
is
but
what,
that's
but the thing
not
is,
gonna
it's
help.
like they're, you know, I don't know what they're thinking, but like obviously infrastructure is what needs to happen, right? I mean, obviously
Uh,
shit is falling apart
So when you put
and
more
it's
money
just
towards
gonna get
literally,
worse,
I mean,
dude.
I don't know. I feel like if a jail is falling apart, it's outlived its usefulness, and they should probably just let the people in it go.
and like to be fair,
just let them
jail is
free.
falling apart. It's not a jail anymore. It's just a park.
You're with the worms
Like,
now. That's not a bad
You
idea.
that's it.
served your time. The jail fell apart. You served your time. It's good. You're good.
Yeah.
Like, see you. Have
Even the
fun.
jail's
Like,
given up on you. Fuck it. Just be done with it.
you just like walk out. They don't even care anymore. They're just like, yeah.
See you, Jerry.
But the
Have a
thing
great
is, like,
time.
that some of the jails we've got over here, like especially some of the open jails, they've just got like 5 foot chicken wire fences around the outside of some of it, and like they're so cushy in there, and they've got so much of a setup, like the criminal organizations, they don't want to leave the jail. They're like, oh man, I've got my TV, my Xbox, my drugs come regularly. Fucking why? Nah,
I
lock
got
me
3
back
hots and a
up.
cot, and I'm playing fucking Skater 4. Like, let's go, baby. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know?
Free meal. I get free meals every day. I get fucking all my washing done for me. Like fucking what? I have to go and buy a flat. You mean? And I have to do it myself? Nah, fuck that. I'll go back to prison.
You get a free doctor in there too? Is that the
Oh
thing?
yeah.
I think that's
Oh
the
yeah.
thing. Yeah. See that?
But they're in the UK. They get a free doctor out of there too.
But yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
well.
that's not really a thing. Well, that's if you
Do
can
they
get to the doctor
get
though.
consensual visit? What is it? What's the visits?
Conjugal.
No.
Conjugal visits.
Conjugal.
Mm.
Conjugal visits.
No, that's something I've never heard of in the UK, to be fair. I think it does happen, but I've never seen or heard of it in any of the prisons I've known about. I haven't been to prison, to be fair, I should point out, but my dad was in twice, and I know quite a few people, and I've never heard of conjugal visits being a thing.
My
It's
dad
just
was
movie
in
magic.
insane.
I mean, I guess if you're like a lifer, like there must be some sort of something, but then that kind of defeats the point in being in prison.
Mhm. I've only been in jails, like I've been in like the county jail, like, you know, and like the cop was making a point of making sure that I stayed the whole weekend, and it was a holiday weekend, and so I couldn't even get
Fuck
a
that.
judge until like Wednesday, and it was like a Thursday night.
So they
Yeah.
over here, the longest they can keep you for, without, it depends what they've got. If you can go up to 72 hours before you have to see a judge, so Thursday to Monday still wouldn't work. And it's only 24 hours in the actual like holding cell before you have to get interviewed and either charged or bailed or whatever. So again, especially for someone like me, if I go into the cells, it takes them 5 hours to get me for an interview. And then I end up having a fit. I go to hospital for 12 hours. I come back, go to sleep for 3, and I go home. We haven't done the interview yet, and that's a you problem.
It was funny, you know, it was funny because Craig, I was talking to Jason before the show and kind of telling him about everybody. And I was like, you know, Craig is like this mystery to me. I don't know much about Craig. So I am like so happy that we're like having this conversation because you're one of my mods. I consider you like really one of my really friends, you know, in the
Yeah, man.
community. And it's like, gosh, how did I not know some of this stuff, you know?
To be fair, the thing about that though is like I've been so busy over my short little time. Like, forgetting from doing ambassadoring, running my business, sailing across Europe. I've worked with like Prodigy and fucking and unbelievable bands doing promotions. Fucking like I could talk for weeks and still not tell you everything. But the thing about that is that like it's kind of
Burnout.
it's well, it like there's only so much that's relevant at the end of the day. Like forgetting most people don't know everything. I don't even talk to my mum about most of it, and I live with the bitch. Like, but fucking the thing about it is that it's kind of like there's only so much that people will accept in one go as well. I could tell you all of my life story and we could sit here for 6 hours, but you wouldn't remember half of it anyway. And then you wouldn't believe the second half and and it gets to the point. So as people find things relevant, like things come up. But I forget that people don't know stuff as well in some respects. Like, because I've been streaming for what, like nearly 6 years now. So
you should definitely try to make, because you're fascinating. It's
I don't know about that. That's
as a viewer of your stream, it's like in Starship Troopers. Would you like to know more?
It is kind of like that though. Like it's just sort of like as people ask things or as things like if we're talking about military stuff, I'll talk about my military history. If we're talking about travel, I'll talk about my traveling history. But like this again, like I've been to like 25, 26 different countries. I've spent months trekking around Peru and fucking, like
oh, I'm so jealous. I want to go to Peru.
Many random things like going to 2 week festivals and fucking working behind the scenes of stuff that it's not worth me going blah 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 blah. Like fucking, especially because like this isn't even my show and I haven't shut up in like 20 minutes. But like fucking, I'm one of the people that I will never hide anything. I'll never be, I'm very
right. I'm not ashamed of anything. I'll say anything. I'll talk about anything. I've had a lot of experiences. I've had a lot of near-death experiences. I've had just a lot of fucking crazy experiences. And people find it really interesting. People like storytellers,
Yeah,
and then,
this is it. Like, it's being able to relate to people as well. When when people in the community have got problems and shit, or like when people have got stuff going on, and you're like, well, I haven't been through that, but I've been through this, so I can relate. Like, and you can empathize a bit more, and you can have that conversation. I find. Like, and people become a lot more sort of open with you as if you can relate to them a bit more, and then and find some common ground between it. Then in a lot of those times, even if they are having a bad time, if you can find some common ground and find a little giggle, make a joke or two, like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it's like
having said that, I'm the kind of guy that will make it. Yeah, I'll make a joke at a funeral though. As soon as I feel awkward, I will start making jokes and I won't shut up.
Somebody get that guy out of here.
I'm just like, yeah, so
you're waking the dead.
Moving on.
Get out of here, Craig. Can't
I'm
take you
relatively
anywhere.
quiet until I get to know some people, and then after that, it's like I love making jokes. So I just love making people laugh at the dumbest shit to say.
Right? I love silly. I love silly stuff.
Yeah, I'll be serious, but it's also like penis.
Right?
There's time to be. That's the thing, though. That's the best of it because there's time to be serious. But if you can throw that joke in there, it's so out of the blue that people are like, it makes them sort of wait, what? And it breaks up like whatever's going on. You could be in the most fucking serious situation in the world, and they're just talking along, and you're like, yeah, but then I let the butt crack, and so that's why she died of the dildo. And
that's how I get the best clips.
everyone in the room instantly is just like, wait, hold on a minute. Now I'm paying attention again.
Yeah. Well, that was outlandish.
I used to have a lecturer that did that when I was in college, and he cracked me up something chronic. There's some of the stuff that he'd come out with, just like when he noticed that people were falling asleep, and he'd just be like, yeah, so as long as you stick the probe up the cow's ass, then you'll always get an erection. So wait, what?
There was a video I just recently saw of this guy that was like, he was a professor and like his students would fall asleep and he was like, using
Was he
bullhorns
singing
and
the emo
shit to
songs?
scream emo
Oh, I
songs
think I've
into their
seen that.
Yeah,
faces.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw that.
brilliant. Yeah,
Like, oh
yeah,
my
man.
god,
The one kid
that's
held his nose for
horrible.
the one song. I was laughing really hard
Yes,
at that one.
yes, that's so good.
So I used to, when I was in little school, like in primary, I would have been what, like 6 or 7, and we used to have a teacher like that. She'd slap rulers on the table and that, but she'd sneak up to you when you weren't paying attention, and get right up close. And one day she had to stop because one day she did it, and as she slammed it down, the kid moved his hand, and his hand went black.
Oh
The ruler
shit.
snapped in about 5 pieces, and fucking like, I mean, I did it like the early 90s, so it's more acceptable than it is today. But yeah, man, fuck yeah.
And
Oh
we
dear.
had teachers throw racers and everything at my
Oh
at
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
each
I
other.
remember
Oh
teachers
man,
throwing
fucking
erasers. Yeah.
yeah.
Teachers are
whipping
people
them.
too.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh. Now it's
Oh,
like the kid will fucking shoot you or jump you or some shit. That's
oh
crazy
my
to me.
god.
Back then, it was just
It's so
hilarious.
crazy. I mean, they have
That's
to, wear like clear backpacks and stuff,
I
which
tell
I
you
That's
what
not
get.
though,
anymore.
I never fucked around for her. I tell you, there was no kid that ever messed around in that bloody class. We all sat there, edge right. You put a fucking bit of wood down your back to make sure that you didn't lean forward too far. No, I promise, I'm still paying attention. Please, please don't hurt me. Oh God.
We used to have a shop teacher that do shit like that, but like people liked to see him react after a while, so they just set him off on purpose.
See, that's when you get to the
Yeah,
upper
we
years,
had a
though.
teacher like that.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, when we
Because
were
he
in
would
the
get
secondary
so
school, I
mad,
think
and it was just like,
like
fuck it, like this is actually kind of funny, like like
see, our school went a bit far because one of the year above me, one of the French teachers got hung out the second floor window by his blazer, and so
oh
they
That's
put
no.
bars on all the windows, and fucking someone nicked the radioactive material out the science lab one day, and the whole school shut down.
I've got that
And
already.
like when it got to like when it got to like the end of year 11, like my year's leaving day, like everyone sort of used to have fancy dress, and we'd sort of take flour and eggs in. Except our year, we got locked in the sports hall on the first break. They had riot vans, police vans, they had fucking everything turn up. People walked out the front door, teachers got turned upside down. Fucking it was chaos, absolute chaos. Fucking there wasn't a single classroom that didn't get paint somewhere. I don't even know where the paint come from.
Yeah,
Like,
Styles. It was a teacher, not a student,
Yeah.
that was wearing the blazer.
yeah, no, yeah, it was a teacher. It was a French teacher. He got hung
You
out of
know
his
those French
hung
teachers
out of his
are wearing
classroom
their
window
fucking
by his
blazers
blazer.
and
He
shit.
was like, "If you shout at me
Bougie ass
again one
French
more time, sir,
teachers.
I'm gonna drop you out this window."
I apologize
Bougie
to any
ass
French
French
teachers
teachers
who
with
may
their
have been.
blazers. I don't have a problem with French teachers, by the way. Teach French all you want. Like,
To be
fine
fair, I
language
didn't
to
have a
learn.
problem with most of my teachers, except for my French teacher was a bitch because all the girls sat on one side of the class and all the boys sat on the other as her design, and then her
So
desk was on the
she got
corner
held
with
out
all the
the
girls, and she
held
would
out the
teach to
window.
one half of the class, and we would just finger paint over on our side. It was like cave lessons over our half. We got word searches and shit, and the girls actually got taught French. And after about 5 or 6 lessons, we're all sitting there going, "Hold on a minute, what are they doing? Why are you lot doing this?" Oh, you wanted to learn, did you? Well, we are here too, bitch. I forget. I got sent to isolation once for forgetting. That's me and my mate were giggling around, and then we got caught out because we were going. She is ginger. She is ginger. Way, hey, hey, shit, teacher.
Oh my
Again.
god.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
awful. I feel so
it
bad
was
for
alright
them.
until someone
They had to
else,
go home and just be like, "Yep,
someone
they
else
sang the
wrote it on
song
the
again."
table. It wasn't me though. Someone
The
else wrote
song.
it on the
They sang
table,
it
and then
again.
she saw it on the table. And fucking,
What
I
am
had
I
3
doing
lessons in
wrong?
isolation. I was like, wasn't even
Me and
me
my
who wrote
blazers.
it. It's like, I know you were chanting something. I didn't hear what you were saying. Now I know what it is. You're an evil child. So you're an evil cow anyway.
We were all terrible kids, weren't we? Like, just to our teachers. I just
And
like I'm
believe it
having
or not,
flashbacks.
believe it or not, I was one
I
of the
went to
nice kids. I was one of the nerdy ones.
I went to a school that had like drive-bys and people getting fucking Kirby's and like bomb threats. Like seriously, that's where like I was in the
Not me,
fucking Wild
man.
West, you know? And
Not me.
it was legit just like absolute fucking pandemonium. Like there was a lot of houses next to our school that were like drug houses, so of course we all got into drugs because the houses were right fucking next to school and we had open campus. We had to walk between two different campuses. And so the drug houses were between the campuses. So it was
Let's
like
get some drugs on the
on
way.
your way, like yeah, you'd be going from like main
How can
campus
you
to like
do?
East campus, and it's like on your way. It's
Perfect. Sounds
like, yeah, I'll
perfect.
stop by
to
the
be
guy
honest.
that's got the fucking acid, pick up some fucking
Well,
acid, you know, the fucking
getting a bit
go. There's
hot
the
out
weed
here. I
guy.
need to
Let's go
sit
get the weed
down.
guy,
Like,
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
no,
my
but
god.
it was fucking, it was insane. Like,
It'll be perfect, kid. This will peak right at nap time.
How
that's
old
like
are
my
you?
college
18?
area though.
Cool.
Like
no,
when I was going
the
to
first time I did LSD, I was at school. It was like I took like fucking 3 hits of
No way.
fucking gel tabs of Black Pyramid gel tabs and fucking
oh,
went into school and like
not in school. Fuck that.
No way.
I actually
No.
fucking had a great time. But like I don't think my
I
teachers
started
liked me
to, I
very
did
much.
that in college. Like my autism kicked in quite heavily in college, and I did like maths and physics and like IT. And my attendance, I got 2 merits and a pass with 32% attendance. They fucking the teachers absolutely hated me, but fucking I was good at it. And like I'd turn up to the beginning of the lesson, get the assignment, go out for a cigarette, and then just never come back. And like fucking, because there was a cricket pitch next to our college. And around that cricket pitch, there was like a set of drug flats on one corner. There was a set of drug flats out the front with like 3 pubs. Once I went to go to a college lesson, our teacher didn't turn up. So we went, after 45 minutes, we went down to the pub outside the college and we found him sitting at the bar. That's the kind of college that I went to. Sir, you were supposed to be teaching us. No, I'm not. That was. Oh, shit.
That was like 5 minutes ago, man. I'm already done teaching. Like,
Like, fuck on.
here, let me
Like,
teach you
we're
how to
still
drink some
supposed to be
beer.
in
I
lesson
got
for
you.
another 10 minutes. What are you doing down here? You weren't there anyway, you prick.
Like, you know, you just come to terms with the fact that, you know, the only good way to learn is to like sit at the pub with your teacher and fucking,
I mean,
you know,
yeah, what's it
toss
like?
them back, you
I
know,
thought,
like
I thought, if anything, it's going above and beyond because we didn't wait at the classroom. We went and found the teacher to go and find the lesson. You know, we found the teacher. The fact
yeah.
that he happened to be in the pub that we were going to anyway was like,
I think
but we, you know,
you
we
should get
went
extra
over and
credit for
above. We
that.
could have just gone home, but
For
no, we
real.
went and found the teacher.
Yeah. That's extra credit. That's like, you know.
Extracurricular activities
Mhm.
or whatever. After school, extra credit.
Yeah.
That's all the above.
Principal didn't look at it like
And
that.
the benefit of the drinking.
You know, yeah. Start a new club.
Yeah, I was one of
After
them.
school
I was
drinking
one of
club
them. Like,
at the
I was
pub.
one of them kids. Like in the US, you have like honor roll and valedictorian and shit, and like fucking like we don't have that in the UK. In the UK, you get punched in the face. It's like I was captain of the football team and the rugby team. Like fucking, I was quite good at my shit. And like I was probably for that. I was one of the most unpopular people in the world.
That's wild.
Like, everyone's
I
like, "Oh,
barely
you're a
passed high
teacher's
school.
pet." Okay, and like, and I'm like, and I did barely even went to my lessons because of it, and then I'd turn up and then ace the test, and then they'd be like, "You're still a teacher's pet." I'm like, I'm fucking. How does that even work? I haven't been here, you prick. But the good thing about that was because I was captain of the rugby team. Most of them wouldn't say it to my face. Most, yeah, oh.
Not the cap. Can't confront the cap. My God.
Yeah,
I was never sporty.
I was known for the wrong reasons. Like it was like, hey, that's the guy you go to get things and stuff in high school. Like
I'm the same as I am now. I was just one of those people everybody liked.
I didn't start that until college, and
Yeah,
then
I
I
was.
blossomed.
Yeah, I talked to everybody.
Apparently, I was
Floated
really
around.
good at selling
I
things.
get along
Like,
with pretty much anybody I meet. I can talk to anybody.
Same,
yeah.
but like it was through that vein that I developed that fucking ability because prior to that I had a really
Oh
hard
wait,
time
you
like
smoke too?
talking to
Hey, I've got
people.
some shit. You want some shit?
Yeah, like, but yeah, recreational pharmacology was my specialty in high school. Like,
So yeah, my college just as I left what I guess would have been high school for you guys. Fucking like 2 of my friends got stabbed, and fucking like we had a whole taboo thing fucking, and so like I went into college and I wasn't in the mood to be there anyway, and I would fucking because I'd been arrested a couple of weeks before that. I didn't get into the military school I was going to, so I went to this college and I was like. Yeah, no, thank you. Like, and then fucking the second day I was there, a guy come up to me and he was like, "I'm gonna go and smoke some weed. Do you want to smoke some weed?" And my 2 mates looked to me and they're like, "I'm not going." I'm like, "Well, I am. See you later." And that was it. That was the end of it. That was with me sold. It ended up fucking like dropping out my first year and then restarting again on the second and doing second and third year, and then I've set up my business running personal training and went for. I used to work like 3 weeks of the month, and then the fourth week I'd have a long weekend and go somewhere around Europe and that, and just have like a cheap holiday and stuff. And then I was doing that, and I started meeting up with Shy FX and fucking and like people like Prodigy and Pendulum and that. A couple of the bands, Chasing Status, that I used to know from back in the day, going out clubbing and that. And then hey, you're here again. Hey, you're here again. Hey, you're here again. Have you got anything on you?
Yep,
I'm
that
like, funnily
conversation.
enough.
Yep.
Funnily enough.
Well, actually,
Mhm.
now that
Yeah,
you
man.
mention
So
it,
my long weekend traveling ended up being like, and then it was like a week of the month, and then it was 2 weeks of the month, and then I was like, okay, I need to stop doing this, otherwise I'm gonna like internationally get fucked. It's just time to walk away, I think.
I do
But
have
yeah,
to
man.
admit, in my younger years when I was like doing like selling to a lot of people that were partying a lot, a couple of things stand out to me is there were definitely times where I took people on fucking adventures. It'd be like,
Oh
nope,
yeah.
I gotta go pick up like all the shit that I need, and I need somebody to drive because I didn't have a car at the time, So it's like, but I'll hook you
Oh
up,
hell yeah, that was
and
the
it'd be
worst. And
like,
you're not
it'd be
Oh my
like,
driving, and you're like,
god.
right, fucking. Have you got a mate that drive, and it'd be a friend of a
Yeah.
friend of a friend of a friend, and it'd be like, look, I'm gonna pay you, just drive, and it'll be fine. Don't
That was
ask
me and my
yep.
questions.
best friend. He was selling. I was just like on there for the adventure. Let's do it. Let's go.
So
Man, I
we're
remember
going to this
Yeah.
fucking trailer out by the river. It's about 40 miles outside of town, Like there'd be some shit like that, and they're like I'd see them looking back, like, what the fuck?
it's a
Where
Are
are
you
long
we?
joking me?
road, like.
No,
There
trust
was
me, it's
always a
fine.
lot of where I grew up. I grew up in North Dakota, so we always had like barn dances and like bonfires and like you know like barn like just yeah. I don't know. Like you'd have to
That's what it
drive
was.
like
Maybe say I've never
45
been to a
minutes
barn dance.
and you'd just be going for and there'd be 3 places lined up just in case the cops caught wind of one. There were always
Alright,
3
that's at free
places.
parties. Yeah, we used to, so
So
the drum and bass and that, we used to set up free parties. Like, if someone's got a generator and a set of decks, and we go and like find fields and stuff, and like farmers' fields that we can get into and set them up. And forget, there'd always be 2 different things. You get to the night, and then it'd be like, okay, go, 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 go. The next
yep.
amount of times, the police would turn up, and there'd be like 3 cars of police cars with like 400
Yeah, and
people
everybody'd
there.
know where
We
to
just sit the
go.
police like, nah,
Exactly.
nah. You know
Brilliant.
what? We're just gonna sit at the entrance. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we've had the generators taken off of us once or twice, but they don't actually have the authority to take it because technically that's stealing.
I've never
Like,
known like anybody that like I never knew anybody that had a farm that like we went to. Like they were always someone else's farm. Like
Oh god, yeah.
I never like, you know,
Oh no,
so
we weren't.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
like
we
if the
weren't
cops
supposed to be
came,
there. I
I
should
don't
point
know
out.
like if they did anything, if they, you know, because we were gone, dude. You know, you see
Yeah.
fucking the lights coming off the highway, because you can see that it's flat. It's
So
completely
where we
fucking
are,
flat
it's
in North
quite a lot of
Dakota.
like fucking
So
woods
you
and
can see
stuff.
the cops coming from a fucking mile away in their lights. You know,
Oh,
somebody'd see it and they'd be like, "Oh shit! All right, let's
a
go,
blessing.
everybody off to the fucking Shadowlands or whatever." You
Outback,
know, and that
Outback.
was like the code. That was like the code place, right? And it was like,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
that's
fun.
pretty
It was
cool.
fun. Yeah.
We had one once. We made the news. We had that forgotten a big thing between a couple of different crews. Like they turned out there was the news said, I don't believe it was quite that big, but the news said there was like 11,000 people there. It was like that was
Wow.
a hell of a party.
Yeah, no, these weren't like that. These were like
And
maybe
most of the time we
300
had like,
people.
yeah, most of the time we had like 100 to 300 people that would turn up
Yeah.
for and just in like little bits. But yeah, because ours is so wooded, so you can't really like, we could be hidden quite well, but obviously we still make sound and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
so
that's the
it's
problem.
catch 22. Like, as hidden as we couldn't see them coming until they were there, and then it's like, oh hi, shit, there is
Yeah.
another way out of this, isn't there?
Yeah. Those big parties though, you always got lookouts and stuff. But yeah, it
We
was
normally
fun.
have a
I
bucket
like
on
that
the
kind of
gate.
stuff.
Normally, like,
I kind
it's a
of hope
free
my
party.
kids get to do some stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. Like, if my kids are gonna have, I don't know. I'm sure there will be.
Well, there's still a lot
Uh,
of there's still a lot of partying going on. I think there's a lot of partying left in the world. I don't think it's going anywhere, especially that kind of stuff. Because
oh
I think
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're definitely
I
partying.
think there's always going to be more room for the underground with music, and honestly, the most innovation is going to happen in places like that. So like that
Uh,
shit won't go away because that's where the creators are
But
creating.
the thing about it is also the cheapness of it. You know, like most of us can't afford to go and hire a club and to go into to set up a full venue, but we
Mhm.
can break into a warehouse quite easily and give it some power. Like, and that also it's the sort of the riskiness of it gives it the attraction in some respects, going
Right.
to an illegal rave, an underground rave, it has that promiscuity about it that will always sort of attract people. I think, like, it's even for when I think it was my 30th or something, fucking good few years ago now, and like, we were phoning around, and I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? It'd be quite funny if we could find a rave, and within about 10 minutes, someone was like, "Yeah, there's three of them in the city, like fucking going on." So they're like, I think like there's plenty of that stuff that does go on, but as you get older, you don't mix in the same circles as much. So everyone else is growing up. You tend not to hear about it so much. It's the newer kids on the block that are doing it.
I think a lot of
Yeah.
it too has to do with the fact of like, well, I can just go to the bar, or like if you're in the States, like where I'm at, like
Yeah,
I can go
once you're
to the
old
bar, I
enough,
can go to the fucking dispensary and get weed, like
don't
fucking,
need to do it like that.
like yeah. So there's a lack of need for like some of the elements of subversive culture that like you go before. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can.
That's also why I think it will thrive over here a lot more than it will over on your side, because on your side, whereas things have been legalized, you look at me and they're banning vapes. So over
Yes.
here, even if you want to do the simplest of shit, you're gonna have to go to a fucking drug dealer just to get, just to get your fucking, just to get a bottle of water these days. And yeah, I think it's ironic as well because fucking most of the countries are following in the US way. Like Germany's done the same with legalizing, so's a lot of like the Austrians, Italians were going towards it, and yet Britain has decided to do the complete opposite of that because we're dicks as always, and they've gone, yes, no, 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 we shall be old fashioned and we shall
It's actually
we'll have a
crazy.
rod up our ass, and like
Yeah.
yeah, and so. But yeah,
Thank
that's
you for the
Apparently,
sub,
Italy's got some
Shadow.
really good growing culture there. Like, apparently, they like their weed's supposed to be pretty fucking dank.
Oh,
From what I
yeah.
heard. So
We do.
I would be
I-
interested to try Italy weed.
Italy,
Yeah.
well, no, not Italian weed, no. Italian
Any.
weed's fucking pretty shit, to be fair.
Is it?
Well, yeah, no, you don't want to go to the Italians unless you go like right down into the heart of the south, but then you end up messing with all the back streets and some very dodgy motherfuckers. I used to have an Italian girlfriend that was studying in Austria, fucking. Like, Austria's a brilliant place to go, fucking, because everything's just open on the street. And like Germany's got some pretty good stuff because Germany is very like efficient about things. So if they grow something, they will grow it very well.
Yeah, so
Like,
you all got
but
the, but I know, like Europe, like that, like your hash is like fucking some out of this world shit. Like there's like
Oh,
Moroccan hash that comes up
I
to
was gonna
a lot
say
of
it's
Europe and
Spain,
shit like
right?
yeah,
that.
the
Yeah, the
Italians, the
Spain,
Spanish
like that.
Moroccans, like down by the Spanish and like yeah, around sort of the Mediterranean, anywhere around that, they get some pretty good hash. Also, sort of comes through Egypt and that a lot as well. But up towards this end, like up towards the northern side of it, we don't really tend to see too much of that. It's rare that it gets this far over.
Oh,
Like,
gotcha.
and the thing about
Oh.
that actually is, to be honest, I get migraines if I smoke hash. I can't smoke it
Oh
at
man,
all.
not me. I love
Yeah.
hash.
I can
Yeah,
smoke
I
weed
don't mind
until the
it.
cows come home, but if I have like, even to the point I have a whole, like just one whole joint of hash, I will start getting a migraine. Every
Yeah.
time that lasts like for 10 times I tried it, and I just don't go anywhere near it anymore.
I
But
smoked
hash
a
is
lot
quite hard
of
to get hold of in the UK as well, to be honest, because it's not really like, again, it's not something that gets travelled over, and if you are gonna smoke, people get weed.
yeah. I ain't got nothing wrong with flower. I tend to smoke a lot of like hash or like butane hash oil.
Yeah.
But I like my preference is actually rosin if I can get it. But rosin just tends to be much more expensive, because
Yeah, I've been looking
it's
at it
harder
lately.
to make. Like it's more of a
Yeah.
process. Which I ain't mad at because good rosin's fucking amazing. It's like so
Yeah.
good. Plus you get all like that all that spectrum and shit in there, like
Ooh,
all the
Frost.
goodness.
So I've actually got a centrifuge in the cupboard over
Rosin.
there. Like I used to
Nice.
make, yeah, I used to be able to make oils and rosins and that for and refine them well. But in the UK, people and like vapes weren't popular then, and they're not that. People just don't
It's
do it
a
over
live
here.
hash rosin.
Yeah, so yeah, I could make oils for it quite easily, but
That ain't gonna give me
there's no
no headache.
market for it. Even with the
No.
dabs, people don't tend to dab that much over here.
I
Just
dab
because
off
it's
of
just
this.
too hard to move and
That's
too hard to.
sick. I was wondering what that tube was attached to. I like that.
That's pretty sexy. That is pretty sexy.
He's over there
See, now
fucking
you're
gravity
talking
bonging.
weed porn to me. Like, again, we've got food porn. Now you got weed porn right here. Like, go on, suck that
That's
bitch.
nice.
Suck it again. Suck it. Oh
Hello.
God, suck it good.
Love that.
like you always hear about like people with big trucks overcompensating. That's my overcompensation right there.
Your rosin
Touche.
habit.
Hell yeah.
You're the
Word.
Cadillac of of dabs.
I need to put some monster truck tires on it.
Get some stacks out the side, like, again.
Oh, so funny.
And to be fair, if you get a little elastic band, you could probably put a teddy bear around that middle bit, just like they did put the fucking bonnet of teddies on the fucking lorries.
Oh yeah. I feel so bad for those little stuffed animals that get
They must get
stuck out of the
bastard.
car like that.
That's like, yeah. This is
It
Dave.
makes- I
He's
had
been
a
on the front of my
cousin-
truck for 3 hours. He's
This
now
isn't
got one
funny, but
ear,
it's kind
half
of
an
funny.
eye.
I have a cousin who was in North Dakota. We get really cold winters. In Minnesota too. That's one thing to think about, Jason. The winters are pretty gnarly.
that's. I was talking to somebody
I'm
about
telling you,
that too.
hibernation.
Yeah.
Hibernation, people.
Yep.
It's gonna be an Olympic sport one day.
But see,
Yep.
the thing is like I can survive in the cold. Eventually, like Arizona's gonna start pushing 130 probably in the next couple of years. Like, it's
Yeesh.
fucking hot. Like,
That's
we're
crazy
fucking
hot.
dying here. Like, I'm like, no, like, that's the problem. Like,
That's crazy.
That's
That's
our
way
year
hot.
this year was weird. We had like what 2 weeks like separated, and it went up to hotter than it's ever been here before, like 40, 43 degrees, and like in Celsius, and fucking, and yeah, the rest of the entire year. It was below everything. Like it didn't. It was. I was just sitting here in fucking jumpers and trousers, thinking, "Why? Where's my fucking sunshine gone?" But it is like I don't know. I'm hoping that we can middle it out. You know, I do like I like my sunshine. I don't need it all in one day. If you could space that, if I could just split me, can I split me 40 and get like 220s or something? Like, can we? But he wasn't
July's
having it. He
coming
wasn't
up.
having it.
Daytime's coming. Yes. One fresh day. Can't wait. Oh my god. That's terrible. I'd be so mad. I cannot wait for spring. That's not that I hate winter. Like snow's cool, but it's not been snowing and it's been really like chilly and not like warm. It's making me mad.
Snow in years. It literally just rains for like
no.
100 and 200 and fucking I don't even know the many days. We get
Oh,
we
but my
got 2
funny
weeks of
story.
sunshine. Even in the sunshine, it would still rain and just be fucking like unbelievably hot. And you're like, wow, how,
So
why,
my
what?
funny story, Craig. So my cousin had a big old snowsuit on, right? And they were fucking around and they were trying to get up on the roof and like slide off because we had snow drifts that went up to the roof of the houses and it was a crazy winter. And he slid and kept sliding and a car actually went over him.
What?
And a truck.
What?
And we thought he was gonna be dead. You know what I mean? We thought he was just gonna be gone. Like you know what I mean? But here he had actually slid underneath and his snowsuit stuck under like around the tailpipe area. And so he was dragged in this snowsuit by this car for like, until the car saw people going, hey,
what the hell?
What
the hell?
Because he looked like part of the snow or whatever, because he had this snowsuit on, and it was I don't know. Anyways, but he was okay. He got up from it.
Really? Wow, that's fucking lucky.
Yeah.
That's insanity. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Lucky as shit.
I'll be right back.
I'd still rather have snow than rain.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to much snow. Like I said, I live in a fucking barren desert where everything wants to kill you. Really, that's the thing in Arizona. Everything wants to kill you. Like the heat wants to kill you, the lack of water wants to kill you. Half of the vegetation that you think you could eat wants to kill you. If you want to
send some of that heat, I'm fine. You can send some of that heat over here. I don't mind.
Give it another couple of years, I'm sure it'll be headed that way.
We'll be fucking 6 foot under the water by then, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's brutal. Like, I used to do pools here too, so like I was out in it all day, every day. And when you're stepping into like pools and it's bath water, there's nothing grosser than like fucking 85-degree fucking pool water, just like there's something there, there's something viscousy that like sticks around. It's not fun.
It's like a film of slime, like
Ugh. Ugh.
I used to like some of my mum's friends who got a place over in Portugal, so like when they were moving in and stuff, I go and do all the heavy lifting for them for a free holiday, and and it's like, yeah, I'll get in the pool. Oh, yeah, about the pool. They're like, yeah, there's a net over there. I'm like, I'm not sure the net is the way to deal with this.
This is gonna take a little more work.
Yeah, this is more than a leaf. Let's put it that way.
Oh my god. Not
Oh
a big pool
yeah.
guy.
We'd have people like I'd have to clean pools after parties and like in like these fucking rich ass neighborhoods and like it would just be oh god, dude. The ones where it was like families with like the kids, fucking dirty diapers and the fucking like leaf
Oh,
No,
traps
that's
and
disgusting.
shit,
that's just wrong,
Like,
man.
like
why?
all
Like,
sorts
How?
of fucked up shit. You have to drain the pool at
uh,
that point anyway, so you gotta tell them.
yeah.
Which I don't mind because I'm gonna make money draining the pool, but it's gross as fuck, like you just
Yeah.
like don't fucking do it, like come on,
Like, what's wrong with you?
like
It's like, what is it? There was the video a while ago. I think it was on Facebook or TikTok or something again, and like this kid was playing in the toilet, like stood in the toilet bowl, like dancing around, and
That's fucking gross.
the mum's taken it. And my first thought is, why have you not taken the kid out? Why have you gone and got your phone, come back, videoed it, posted it, and like surely your
They were
first
considering
reaction would
flushing
be
it.
get out of the toilet.
yeah.
But no, apparently that was funnily enough. I'm like, nah, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm sure it is quite funny, but like, if I was a parent, I'd be too ashamed. Is you're the kid? Yours is the kid that plays in the toilet, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
That's
Like, just
But then let's put
why?
that on the
Why?
internet.
But yeah, no, apparently that was rather than taking the kid out the toilet, their first reaction was to go and film it. Yeah, okay.
That's
I still don't know what goes through some people's heads, but
Well,
yeah, it's not in my
like
house.
I mean, I guess
just
that's
some
kind
dumb
of
shit
like
on the
some of
internet.
those.
Clout.
I guess that's the reason to like keep kids off the internet, right? Like, it's not even so much keeping the kids off because the kids like their interaction with each other, but how parents and fucking people use those kids in really
Yeah.
fucked up situations just to get likes on social media. Like,
Yep.
really?
That's
Like,
kind of
what
messed
the
up,
fuck,
man. It's
man?
like,
Like,
oh,
but you're right. Go pick your kid up out of the fucking toilet. What's your kid doing in the fucking
like,
toilet, dude? Like, come on, man. Like,
Why is it in
fucking
there in the
toilet
first place?
water all
You get that out.
over him.
Don't get your phone.
ah.
Just get it out there. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
Not
Like
normal.
maybe like if I was sat, if I had a load of mates around, I'm like, oh my god, look at this, like, but fucking, like, I'm not gonna go posting that all over the internet for it to go viral, fucking, like, I'm like, hell no. And even then, I still don't think I'd get that far. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of there, you little shit.
Well, I mean, even think
Breaking
of
my
it
goddamn
this way:
toilet.
like they go to get a job later on in life, and they do like the video, the
Yeah.
like fucking
Are
internet
you the
scam.
toilet kid?
So yeah, I
Yeah,
see that you were
especially
the
that's
toilet
what's
kid.
all the here
Like,
and now. It's like, where are the kids from the memes today? Well,
right?
I'm sitting on the sidewalk because you keep posting my picture, you prick.
Oh, that's
Right.
funny. That's funny.
What's bad like Brian doing these days? Come on.
I didn't say that though. Did you hear? There's 4 new episodes of Malcolm in the Middle being filmed.
Are
What?
there really?
Yeah, they're doing a comeback. Apparently, they've confirmed they're being filmed at the moment. They're coming out like next year with the original cast as well, which is
Well,
going
the
to be
good
quite
thing
weird.
is it's going to be weird, but the
But
good thing is that like Bryan Cranston still takes everything seriously, like 110%. You know what I mean?
Brian, I've got a lot of respect for him. Like he
Yeah.
did a lot to look after
So he
Frankie.
will.
And
If it's
and the
shit,
thing is,
it'll
I
still
love
be
that
good.
show. Like it was like that show is about the only thing that made me feel like my family was slightly normal. And, like,
True.
fucking- They just, yeah, man. Like they were brilliant. They were like the real life Simpsons, to be fair. And like, but they
Not
even
wrong.
further than that. Like, fucking the episode where they were launching nappies and like balloons full of fucking dog shit at people, and like there's just like there's so many different things. But yeah, like, I'll be quite happy. I will be quite intrigued though, because like I haven't seen Dewey or Reese or like some of the others since
True.
Malcolm finished.
I haven't
But that
really
was
thought about
what,
looking them up.
like 18 years ago nearly. So
Yeah.
I've seen Frankie because he does a NASCAR, doesn't he? I've seen some things of him. He still looks exactly like he used to. And
Yeah.
ironically, so does Brian and Lois. But like, as to the other three, it's going to be quite interesting because Dewey can't, I mean, he's got to at least be bigger. Oh
Maybe
yeah,
he grew
man.
into his years.
Yeah, but apparently they've done 4 episodes like as a anniversary for Lois and Hal or something. So yeah, it would be I don't know what's gonna happen, but
That's wild. That's cool though.
hmm,
That's definitely like throwback memories right there.
yeah, man.
That's
See, I
cool.
tried to say that to a few people earlier, and then I was just showing my age, and they were like, "What's Malcolm in the Middle?" Oh, I think I've heard of that. I'm like, you're all fucking
You should go
toddlers.
watch it right now. It's funny. It's
Goddamn
scary.
infants.
Hmm.
But,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
yeah.
I definitely grew up with Malcolm in the Middle for sure, and a lot of those. Oh yeah, I was a '90s kid, like salute your
Yeah,
shorts,
man.
and you can't do that on
Oh hell
television,
yeah.
and
Hey dude.
hey
Hey
Well,
dude,
that's hard. So
dude.
that's the other thing I do wonder, because like some of the things like Stevie in the wheelchair and that, like fucking, like I don't know if they can get away with some of the jokes that they used to make these days. So that's
oh
the
not
other
at
part of
all,
it.
No.
not at all.
But then, like that was kind of the point of it. It was the ability to make fun of like, look, life is shit, but fuck it, let's laugh. And
About
if you
everything.
haven't got that, it kind of like, yeah.
Man. Those
Frankie is
shows from back
boring.
then.
Somebody in my chat said they used to have to hang out with Frankie Muniz, and he's really boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
check
As
could
this
I
see
out.
once
that.
told,
Check this
we
out. This is funny. Frankie Muniz' ex-fiance lived next to us a while back. He cheated on her with his co-star of some kid's spy movie. So he was paying her rent and just giving her money so she wouldn't talk shit about him. He'd come over so she'd ask me and my roommate to hang with him. Frankie is very boring. What a
fair
bore
play.
at IRL in real life.
That's really
To be
funny.
fair, if I was only there because I'm trying to keep things happy, I wouldn't tell anyone anything. So what did you do today? I sat in a room and I drank water and I ate vegetables. So I was the purest of people in the world. No, me, no, never did anything at all. Like again, I can understand that point of view. There wasn't the spy movie. That was like the last thing he did, though, wasn't it? Because he got that concussion. Fuck
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he has a degenerative brain disease. I was actually
yeah,
surprised
man.
he was even doing it, doing more acting because of that, because it caused him a lot of problems.
Well, he
And now
had
he's a
loads of
race car
arguments as well.
driver.
He had to, because he walked off set at one point because they were bullying, like the producers and that were being abusive to all the actors and stuff. And fucking no one was saying anything. So fucking Frankie stood up and walked off set.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's why in one of the episodes he's only in like the first 3 seconds of it or something, and then fucking the whole episode doesn't got him in. My name
Kinda
is
wanna see
Craig, and I
this.
know lots of useless information.
Well, you gotta have solidarity with your coworkers. Like that's important. And don't let people push it. Don't let the man push you
I
around.
think it's yeah, especially when you're like when you're what like fucking 12 seasons in or something shit like fucking and you're pushing those people to do all these things and to make the jokes and to do the pranks and the like you gotta have a little bit of respect between you and you've got to have a little bit of camaraderie. I would have thought in any team in any workplace, when you're doing anything, you gotta be able to get on with each other. Otherwise, I'm gonna turn around and say fuck you. I ain't doing that. and I think that's it's a normal thing. But yeah,
Is
apparently
the
this quite commonplace. Like you do hear a lot of stars that are like, man, these producers or whatever, they you look at Brendan Fraser, the Mummy and that, and the George of the Jungle, when he broke just about every bone in his body.
Yep.
Is
And
the
like
older
it
brother in
pretty
it?
well wrecked him. Like he didn't do
Yeah.
anything for a long time because of that.
Yeah, that's why it's
fucking-
just
they
released
fucked
that
him
film,
over
The Whale,
bad.
that got all the awards. And after he released The Whale, he was saying the reason that he left is he's had brittle bones since then. The producers used to say, they'd be like, right, well, you need to go from A to B. This thing's going to explode. And he's like, well, how am I supposed to do that? We'll just get there. Like, they wouldn't actually, there was no sort of choreography behind it or anything, like, and there's things like George of the Jungle, when he's hitting the tree, he is hitting the tree. And it's like,
Oh my
as funny
God.
as it is, when you realize that, you're like, actually, that's kind of sadistic. Like, fucking, so yeah, like, I do feel for that a bit, but I
Damn.
don't know.
Or Brendan Fraser.
You know what he was really good in that, like, I don't know, got slept on by a lot of people, is Doom Patrol. He did a show called
No,
Doom
though.
Patrol where he was Robot Man in Doom Patrol.
I
And
don't think I've seen that.
it was like a HBO Max show. And it was
All
like, they
right.
did 3 seasons of it, 3 or 4 seasons. And it's absolutely fucking ridiculous and beautiful and poetic and wonderful. And his character is one of the most like, he will fucking pull every fucking ounce of your heart out of your chest and fucking make sure it's still beating. It's fucking amazing, his
I've never
role in
heard of
that
this.
show. And it's like, yeah, he's it's so fucking good. Um, I mean, his role and story in that in particular, because this is like while he was like coming back, right? Like this was like one of the first roles I think that he actually did, like prior to like The Whale and some of that shit. To
Aye.
like kind of like start getting back involved in Hollywood and doing shows and movies and
I'll
shit.
have to have a look for that, to be fair. I wouldn't mind seeing that if it is. That sounds pretty cool. To be fair, it's one of those guys that, as goofy as he is, there isn't actually really anything that he's been in that I haven't liked.
Yeah.
Like there's much as you sort of some of the time you do grin and bear it. Like they're always good films, and they're always sort of like good wholehearted films as well.
hmm Oh yeah, for sure. I agree. Like he's like a part of my childhood, Encino Man,
Yeah.
like I was like
Yeah.
in the 90s when that came out, like Wheeze and the Juice and all that shit. Like dude, like that was like my childhood, dude. Fucking I grew up with fucking Brendan Fraser, like it was like such a part of like just
The Mummy.
that
Oh my
element,
God, dude. I loved him.
Well, the mum is it's also because like if you look at like you can give him credit where credit's due, because the Mummy is one of the things that got like the Dwayne Johnson into
Can you hear me?
fucking acting,
Yeah.
with the Scorpion King and that,
Yeah,
and like
that's
you
true.
look at how huge he's become, like fucking I think like Brendan Fraser sort of defended yeah, words are hard, fucking deserves a bit more credit, fucking, and apparently, did you know? When they were filming the
Airheads.
Mummy and they've got the what's the woman that's in it that wears barely nothing that fucking
God, what a good movie.
can predict the future.
Yeah, women
well
wearing
apparently
barely nothing is definitely a good
I
movie.
forget
We
her
could just,
name, but I
that's fine,
loved
that's it.
her when I was that young.
and
God,
she's a brilliant woman, lovely lady, but yeah, whatever her
she
name
is
is.
pretty.
She's so
Like,
pretty.
yeah.
She really
Apparently, the
is.
scene where she first appears, like, and she bursts out of the water and flicks her hair back, like the famous thing of her. Like, the first time they were shooting that, they went to press action, and Brendan Fraser, in full costume, pulled out of the water and did the hair flick with a fake wig on. And he had all of her makeup on and everything. Like, so that's brilliant, man. That's brilliant. I love it. Like little things like that, like there's like they must
Obviously
have
has
had
a
so
good
much
sense of humor,
fun
right?
in
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in filming them and doing bits. Otherwise, he wouldn't have carried on. But like, yeah, what a character to be around. Can you imagine?
Right.
That's amazing. I love that.
That's a commitment as well, because like apparently she had to sit like there's a couple of hours of makeup to have all the
Oh.
body paint and
Yeah.
like it's like fair play.
He's like, I'm going for it. I'm going all in.
Fucking brilliant.
Airheads.
Oh,
That's one of his
oh, come
really good
on.
movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to bring that one up because that movie's classic and amazing, and it's got 3 amazing people in it. Like, it's so good.
They're the Lone Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since it first
There's
came
3
out.
of you. There's
Which
3 of
one?
you. Airheads.
Airheads.
Oh. So I like.
Steve Buscemi too, right? Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that guy.
He's
He's
so good. He's so good. I love Steve Buscemi.
Your name's Chester. That movie's actually like insanely good. I can't believe all of them are in it. Like Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi.
Mhm.
I don't remember who the blonde lady was. I can't remember. The girlfriend.
Sorry, I'll mute myself. I need to clean my grinder. That is a squeak like I'm castrating a mouse.
It's all.
Poor mouse.
You know who else I heard was extremely pleasant from that time was Christina Applegate.
You know what a really
She
good
was
movie
one of
is?
those blondes, right? Bombshell blondes, right?
That's how Mom the Babysitter's dead.
Yes.
It's a classic. I fucking love that movie. That movie's
But I
so
heard
good.
she's a delight.
She seems
I know
like she would be.
I know she's been having a really hard time. She's been very sick and stuff, as far as I know. But
Yeah,
but I always heard really
there's
good
some
things about her.
serious health issues. I know that. I heard the same thing for sure.
So, yeah, I don't know if it was her or one of the co-stars I was reading about, but they were saying that like she got typecast quite a bit, and like,
Oh
she's
yeah,
supposed to be quite
she had to play the
smart, like
stupid blonde. Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
really really smart, and like
I like
and
her
she
as
got
Veronica
stood up for being
Corningstone.
typecast as a blonde
Right.
bimbo all the time.
Right.
Like, to be fair, that would probably annoy me. To be
That's
fair,
the perfect
like,
kind of person to play it, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's why she's so good at it. Like,
right.
But you know, if you actually like watch some of like Married with Children and even like Can't Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, she's like not dumb in those in
No.
No,
the show or in the
that's her
or in the
strength
movie.
in the
Yeah.
movies and the shows, right? Like
Yeah.
that's her strength is her
Yeah, they
sarcasm and her
think
wit
that-
and her how
Yeah.
fast she is. That
yeah,
They think
apparently
that,
they're
and then she's
supposed to get
fucking
to that.
she's getting over on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it happens so
Yeah.
many times in Married with Children where she'd get over on Bud,
Yeah.
and Bud would think he was gonna
Oh,
like
right.
fucking do some shit, and she'd just be like, "All right, you know, like it's play the whole thing." It's totally fucking school, dude. You know, like
God. Classic shows. They were so good growing up. Like, we probably shouldn't have
Okay.
watched those shows, but
Oh,
they were on
absolutely
television
not.
and we were watching them.
See, that's going to be the difference right now because we all watch the same stuff. The kids now, they're not all going to watch the same stuff.
No, it's all.
They're all going to watch the stuff they're interested in. You know what I mean? We didn't have a
Yeah.
choice, right? It was like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Watch what's on the television. 'Cause
you
that's
you
what I'm
had
watching. Give me the remote.
selection. You know, you had to choose, or you know what I mean. There were only 2 or whatever. You know, but
True.
yeah, that's so funny.
Hmm.
I love it.
I never think about that. Now it's like, just you gotta tolerate the kid. Back then, it was like you tolerated them, but they listened to you because it was you are living in their house back then. Now it's like you live together.
My kids united yesterday on me and striked.
they formed
And-
a union.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
God.
formed a kids union. Oh
They formed
shit!
a
Power to
union.
the people. Let's.
Yeah.
I was like, dead.
You're like, I'll
Now.
get scab children.
And
It's
he's
fine. I
like,
will totally get scabs.
No. And then she gets up and stands next to him and she goes, no. And I was just like, What's happening? I can't beat you both.
You probably take at least 8 children. That's really funny. A little child mutiny.
I mean, I remember going
They're
and
gonna eat
seeing
me.
Beverly Hills Cop when I was 6, and there's like scenes with them in this strip club. You know, like I mean,
I loved
it's
it.
just
Yeah.
like fucking like it was so
Kurt
different in the
Russell was a
fucking
fucking
80s and
goat,
90s.
dude.
Like it was a
Yep.
totally different world, man. Like holy shit.
I would take Kurt Russell
Love Billy
over
Eastwood.
like a lot of those guys, Stallone or like
Oh yeah,
you
well we had
know,
like Big Trouble in Little China, right?
Big Trouble
That was
in Little
really
China
amazing.
and
Escape from New
Escape
York.
from New
I mean,
York
come
and
From
on.
New
Escape
York
from New York
and
2.
LA because they were both
And
amazing
LA,
and stupid at
right.
the same time.
Yep.
Overboard was always a
Overboard
classic.
was fun. That was fun. Goldie
I
Hawn
love
is
those
a
movies.
delight.
And I mean,
Mhm.
he even stayed
Oh, there's a
relevant
name you
like through
don't
the
hear these
90s and
days.
2000s. He worked with like Tarantino on some stuff, and
What was the one where he was Captain Ron?
that was fucking good.
Yeah, was that with Martin
I think
Short?
it was Captain Ron, wasn't it?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
isn't
Yeah,
that what
Captain
it was
Ron.
called? Yeah,
Yeah,
Captain
it is.
Ron.
I didn't know that's actually what it was called. I love that movie. That movie's stupid.
It's
so funny.
stupid, but it's
It's so
exactly.
funny. Yeah.
Whoever decided on the name was genius.
Yeah. Yeah, he's amazing. He's good. And then they got him in the Guardians of the Galaxy looking all crazy, young, and I don't know how they did that.
Overboard.
They don't look bad. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like they don't look
well,
bad.
he was like dating the like 18 to 20-year-old in Guardians of the Galaxy, remember? And like the very beginning of the very first Guardians of the Galaxy, they got him like super makeup up, looking like a young super stud man, fucking Kurt Russell.
I remember.
I'm just like,
Sounds
like, how old is he?
To be fair, I'm gonna take some tips.
They do that with Harrison Ford too, though. To be fair, I mean, to a point.
Yeah. I mean, he is ancient as well. Let's be honest.
They are pretty close, probably.
Yeah, that's like Mariah
Don't say
Carey. They
that.
only defroster her one like once a year.
So get this. I just got a text from my mom. You know what it was? Check out the new dispensary drive-through menu.
Hell yeah.
I was like,
Ayo,
my mom
let's
don't
go.
even smoke weed.
Is there deals?
My
He's
stepdad
just checking
smokes
it
weed.
out for you. What
No,
a
my
mom
stepdad- My stepdad smokes weed, but like she don't smoke weed, you know. So it's like funny when she's like, "Oh, look at this!" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fucking hey, let's go, mom!"
Yeah.
You know,
That's good stuff.
That's really funny.
She's slowly been acclimating to like weed life. It's like a new thing for her, but it's funny as hell. She's like,
It's so
"Oh,
strange.
it does.
Oh yeah,
so
the
you can do
thing.
that,
That's a really
you
good
know?"
one
And I'm
for
like,
Kurt.
"Yeah, like you can do that, you know." Because like she, you know, it's like she smoked weed back in the 70s, like you know people like did back then, you know, like I'm gonna smoke a doobie, you know, type of shit. Not like heavy smoker, you know, or whatever. But she
Yeah.
had no knowledge of the shit how it is now, and like kind of my stepdad and me have like opened up her eyes to a lot. It's pretty funny.
The world's changed a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And having it
Exactly.
legal, it's just such a it's such an experience to go to the dispensary and just to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just order it on. Well, here we just ordered online. You just walk in. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I was telling Jason
thank
I
you
made
for
the
this
mistake.
legal marijuana. Goodbye.
Yeah, I was telling
or
Jason
go
I
through
made
the
the mistake of
drive-through.
saying that to my
I don't have
guy.
that yet. It's new here.
That
Yeah.
my guy that helps me get mine, you know, and I'm like, man, I miss the dispensary. He's like, I am your dispensary.
I am your dispensary now.
I remember those
You're like,
days.
sorry.
I mean, that's how I pictured
Just
it because it was a
kidding.
text, you know. That's how I pictured it.
I've been like, are you okay? Are you feeling threatened? Like, you know, You want to talk about it? Sit
They're
down. It's
rad though.
fine.
They're rad. They have like a,
I'm just playing.
you know, they are a chef and they infuse meals and everything, which is really cool. Like
Nice.
they've delivered me food and stuff. Like I've gotten a meal
Oh.
for my family from them and like everything, and
That's
I didn't
pretty
get
cool.
that wasn't infused. That was just normal. But you know, I could have gotten something infused or whatever if I'd wanted to. But very cool.
Such an experience.
Like, I'm sorry to say, but it's like after in the morning here, and I'm fidgeting like a bitch, so I'm gonna drop out. Because otherwise,
Sounds
you're not gonna
good.
see me at all. I'm just gonna be wandering back and forth.
Great to meet
Totally
you.
fine. We appreciate you hanging out and thanks for coming
No,
on.
yeah, thank you for having me, man. Fucking, it's been really cool. Fucking, I'll definitely catch up with you. I'll be lurking in the chats and typing anyway. But
All right.
I've
Oh,
Have a
got
great
yeah.
night,
Anthony.
dude.
Fucking,
Or
but no,
day.
yeah,
What
thank
time
you,
it is?
man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Rock and roll. Well, take care of yourself. And yeah, y'all go check out
Stoner
sorry,
Craig.
Stoner Craig.
XX Stoner Craig. Yep.
Cause see, I got stoned there. That's what. That's like name stone, fucking stoner,
Hi.
Stonercast, Stoner,
Please follow all these
Jason
beautiful
stoned,
people.
and
Oh,
I
I
can't
guess they
seem to
all
get
went
Stoner
together.
Craig down. What the fuck is wrong with me? Am I broken? I'm broken.
No.
He's got this.
We should stop saying we're broken because I don't know. I feel like we're too hard on ourselves.
I just always think of that Saul Williams song where they're like, "We are broken instruments, burst wide open." Can't remember the rest of it. Banged and bent. Yeah,
Is that Pink
it's a
Floyd?
little song. No, it's Saul Williams. Saul Williams with
Oh.
Trent Reznor. Like that song.
Oh.
Oh.
I
I
heard
love Saul
hey,
Williams.
teacher. After the way you
Yeah,
sung it.
it's because I'm really high. It's because I'm really high. I'm fucking I'm
Yeah.
fucking mumbling. I feel like
That's
Bob
fair.
Dylan in terms of like ability to try to sing right now. Yeah, that's about we're going with that. Hey, I'm honest about my self assessment. Hey, it's what it is. You know what though? I was showing people this earlier. I found this, y'all. Like, this is so funny because I've like been like cleaning out my house, and I found like one of my band's like women's shirts from like the 2000s, and I was like,
Sick.
no
Hold it
shit.
up higher.
Oh, that's awesome,
Oh, that's
actually.
pretty.
Cool ass design.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
it's
really
got
pretty.
the Jason Society on
Heyo.
that ass.
Oh,
On
nice.
that ass.
That's super sick. I love that.
Yeah.
It's a sick design.
I think I'm gonna try to get some more of them made. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to get some more of them made. Like, because I don't have the PNG file, so I gotta like take what's there and see if I can like scan it into something or like like manipulate it to like kind of piece it back together. But yeah, I want to put out some more of those. I want the garments to be good though, because the garments on all our shit was really good. We used American Apparel on all the guys' shirts, and then
Yeah.
all the girls' shirts were what are these ones called? I really like these ones too. The Bella shirts, the Bella women's t-shirts where it's got like the shorter sleeves on them and shit.
Yeah, that's what we usually we have a few brands at my
I
job
love
that we
those.
use, but like those are one of them. I like the American Apparel stuff. You can look through the magazines too. They got some
It lasts
interesting
forever.
modeling.
I have a couple of those American Apparel like my old like the guys band shirts.
Yeah.
The imagery and everything on them, the way they took the paint and shit, like all this silk screen still looks good on it. The color on the shirt and the fit is nice. I mean, it's faded a little bit, but it looks cool. It's like a cool faded, you
Yeah.
know. But the fit didn't change. You know, it's still got that like the fit's sharp. You know, like it's still got the nice like tight American Apparel like type fit. You know, like it's like a 20-year-old shirt. I love those shirts. They're probably made under some fucking horrible, unethical circumstance. I'll find out and I'll hate my life for it. But like, I'm just saying, like they're not.
Like we gotta live
They're
life
nice.
until we find that out. That's the way I see it.
you know.
That's a good thought, Red.
Probably find someone on Fiverr to redraw the design and send you the PNG for 2050. I might check that out.
Not a bad idea. Take a picture of it.
It'll last longer. Oh, sorry. Wait, that's something else.
Take a picture.
I'm gonna take a dab instead. How about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually. Wait, I think we still have a
All
little
right.
bit in here.
I got some of my rosin.
Oh god, this is gonna be milky as fuck. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Charm chaos.
Whoa.
Milky just means big, relevant.
Nothing else.
Unless it gets yellow, then it might be something wrong with it. Then there might be. Then the cow might have gotten into an onion patch.
Oh Jesus.
You know the reference. You could be my friend for life.
What was it? Oh.
Joe, looks like the cow got into an onion patch.
I don't think I know that one. Looks like the cow got into an onion patch.
I feel like Milky's always pretty good, right? Used pretty positively. Like
super thick clouds in your bong.
It is a layup.
I guess the
Red's like, come on, people, it's a layup. And this one's actually not like. When I say it, you're gonna be like, what? Really?
Nap.
He's giving it away right now.
Oh wait, what are we doing? We're playing a game?
Well, I quoted something or like referenced something, and
Nap.
it wasn't caught.
Hey, Warren.
I said, I said if it's yellow, that means the cow got into an onion patch. I feel like Amy Klobuchar telling that fucking
Oh, whoa,
Donald Trump
wait.
joke.
Why does that really sound familiar now?
She was out of Minnesota. She was a senator and governor, I believe.
How's your hair fair in a blizzard? I guess
Mine?
I'm about to find out. I don't know. I guess I'm about to find out.
Yeah, she ran for pres.
No, it's a Napoleon Dynamite quote.
Gonna smoke some weed.
I think she wrote more of.
Who says that though?
Napoleon.
She was like a really good writer. Like she wrote a lot of things that went into place.
I saw it like 3 times in the theater when it came out.
I
love
they're
the movie.
judging milk. They're judging.
Yeah,
milk
yeah,
at the-
yeah.
at the
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the one that comes
He's just
spitting
like-
facts.
He's just like.
Yeah. And they're like doing the harvesting chicken eggs thing. And they're like stirring up the chicken, the eggs with the fucking orange juice or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck is all
Oh
that?
my god. Napoleon Dynamite is classic. It's such a strangely amazing movie. It's just so odd.
Like the
Nobody got that
steak
humor
gave
when it came
Napoleon
out.
Dynamite his own holiday there because of that movie.
Yes. It's so funny. I love that movie. What a good year for movies, because I think that's the same year that Anchorman came out, I think.
Oh, that
I'm
was
pretty
a
sure they
pretty
came out.
funny one. Speaking of Christina Applegate.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they came out the same year. Because I saw both of them like around the same time 3 times. And I was like, these are hitters. And look, Anchorman was a hitter for the longest time. Napoleon Dynamite too.
My
Mm.
home smells of fucking bourbon and leather-bound books.
Oh my god.
Leather-bound books.
I don't speak Spanish.
I'm not
Has
bad. I'm
anybody
actually kind of
seen the
impressed.
13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas?
Yeah, that
What'd you
movie's
call
amazing. I
me?
saw it
Isn't that the best movie?
I saw it in like 5th grade or something like that.
Yeah,
Because we were
I
learning
was a little
about
dumb.
whatever that
The
would
Vikings.
be. Yeah, we were learning about that in like whatever grade that was.
Yeah.
And we watched the 13th Warrior, and they had him playing like some kind of like, was it an Arab guy or something like that?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because it's actually based on facts.
Yeah.
So the guy was he was in politics, and he got caught sleeping with one of the I don't know, I can't remember, prince's wives or something like that. And so they expelled him to the Northland. Right, and that's where he is going to be an emissary for, or whatever. Is that the word I'm thinking of? He's going to be like a representative or whatever, right? And he gets there, and he doesn't speak anything.
Oh yeah, I
They don't,
remember.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
understand. And one of them knows Latin. And so, using Latin, he learned how to talk with them and communicate with them. And he actually he wrote all, the story, you know what I mean? He wrote like about his journey and what happened on this journey and stuff like that. And it was it was like an old book, and somehow what's his name? He's done so many books. The guy that I think it was Michael Crichton. Was it Michael Crichton, the guy that did Jurassic Park? I think
Yeah. Yep.
got the rights to it, and they transcribed it, and it became the 13th Warrior.
That's
Oh, I
insane.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Next, I
But it's
remember watching
actually
the movie.
called the book. The original thing is Eaters of the Dead.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool name.
It
Yeah.
is a cool name. I like that one even better.
Yeah.
They should have called it that.
Yeah.
Eaters
What
of
the
the
fuck?
Dead.
I don't
That
think
was cool.
Yeah, that
the
movie is
reception.
really cool.
Yeah. Like when
That
you
sounds
said
But
like
I
a
love
cool
Fire
that.
name
Husband.
for a metal band.
Yeah.
Eaters
Right?
of the
For
Dead.
For real.
sure.
Let's go.
Damn.
For sure.
That's great.
But I always
It goes
think,
hard.
because they have these funny accents, because they're all pretending to be something that we don't know what they sounded like,
Yeah. Right.
And so everybody has like their own thing, and it's so funny because they're so loud and dramatic, and these big Vikings, and then and then he's supposed to be like he's a midget compared to them. You know what I mean? Like in size wise, because he's Arabic, and to them he was like a midget. They all wrote like Clydesdales and stuff like that, and he wrote about the horses and the swords and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good movie, actually.
Hmm. But
And
they always
Returning
said the
Banderas.
verm. They brought the verm. They brought the fire verm. I don't know why I keep thinking about it. It's a great play on Beowulf. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a really similar basis.
Oh, that was beautiful. eye drops feel amazing sometimes. I use those Rotos and get like that nice, cool, tingly feeling. It's like fucking love that.
Put this away. I don't need any more coffee. That's over with.
I mean, maybe not any more coffee. Maybe some coughing though. Like I mean,
Coughing sounds amazing. I
yeah.
got that in front of me. I might I'll be right back.
Okay.
Before I pee myself coughing. That's not cool. Peeing in your pants is cool.
Look at how long those dreads are. It's fucking amazing.
Interestingly enough, I also have to pee.
Oh my
Chris,
gosh. It's like you guys are like
you're
the
being
chicks,
left
dude.
in control.
You guys are like the chicks. You go into the bathroom at the same time.
Yeah, and we're gonna leave you we're gonna leave you with all the power.
Watch, you're gonna come back. No one's gonna be here.
Uh-oh.
Then what are you gonna do?
Run.
Do men pee when coughing? That's not just a female thing. It is definitely a female thing. Oh my gosh, that's so different. Woo! It shouldn't be though. I was drinking Topo Chico margarita hard seltzer, and I had like 3 of those, and then I changed to the Topo Chico pineapple, and kind of kicked me in the teeth. We cough and it goes everywhere. I hope to later in my life. My grandfather was a big globetrotter. He learned a language by presenting a literal spoon and going from there. I'm sure it's easier these days. You'd think so, right? People do it. People know multiple languages. I'm drinking beer with the occasional sip of pecan-flavored whiskey. That sounds delightful. I love pecans. Smartphones are actually pretty dope, dude.
I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Okay. Cotter.
Okay, so it's a little before me, I think.
I loved it though.
It was a good show. It was always on.
Welcome back. I watched the shit out of it. You don't even understand.
Always
it was
on Nick at Night, right?
Nick at Night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That and Bewitched, I think. Or the other
Mr. Ed.
one. I Dream
Mr.
a
Ed
Genie.
was I Dream a Genie.
Man.
Mr. Ed was another one.
I watched the frick out of those shows. Oh my goodness. Mr. Ed was crazy. Mr. Ed is actually crazy.
Mr. Ed is really amazing on drugs. If you guys have a chance to get really stoned and go watch Mr. Ed, I really do recommend it.
Freaking talking horse. Is this a
Yeah,
joke? This is a real TV show.
Brilliant.
Also, like Barbara Eden was my girlfriend.
That was a great show.
That's a good goal, bro. One thing too, just so chat knows, like, Jason has like an open policy too. So we've lost a couple people. If there's anybody that wants to jump in with us that's been on the show previously, that would want to like hop in or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Just let us know or whatever. It's very
casual. You can actually just come right into the Stonercast room because you already have permissions. Boom. That's how easy it is. Aha.
Yeah, it's
You have the power. It's in the palm of your hand, like Nintendo Power Glove.
It's so bad.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of like the biggest tackiest thing I had.
Reddit's only 7:45 here, so I'm good for a while.
Yes, make sure you stay hydrated. Of course, it is East Coast time for Dreaded.
Almost 10.
So, and
Almost.
then, yeah.
I've been listening to music this whole time.
I know you have, because at first I was like, wow, he's so like into the conversation. And then I'm like, oh no.
So some light dubstep in the background just to keep my brain in frequency, while I smoke weed.
I feel that.
Because if my brain hears a constant tempo, then it keeps my I don't know. Makes my brain kind of move smoothly. And I'm also
every time I see let's see, how do I say your name?
Move smoothly.
Go.
I like it. I'm with it.
Sequoia tattoo. Sequoia 2. Sequoia Tolo. Sequoia Tolo.
Where are we looking?
And chat. Squirrel. For some reason, because we've been talking about this shit, I keep looking at your name and I see Scott Baio. The word Scott Baio. But it's not at all. It's not even close.
It's fucking Scott Baio's in chat.
Go ahead, Tolo.
The fucking Scott Baio's here.
Holy shit.
I mean, I told you, I promoed.
Well,
Scogliatolo. Hell yeah, that's exactly what it is. I believe it.
I love it. I love that. I love that we found that out, and now Progressive Squirrel's like, yes, I am a squirrel.
I am not Scott Baio though, because Scogliatolo is way cooler than Scott Baio.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt at all. I much prefer that it's you and not Scott Baio. But it was like what my side eye saw. My
Scott
drunken
Baio.
side eye.
Scott Baio. It was all a lie.
Hey. Oh. I climbed a rock wall before I learned to walk.
That's wild.
Whoa. That's awesome.
Ted Danza? I was like, who the hell's Ted Danza?
Woody Harrelson?
Tony Danza.
Ted Danza. Oh shit.
Bayo baiting.
Hey-o. Who's the boss?
That's really funny. Ted dancing. Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Have you heard Tony Danza tap dance extravaganza?
Oh,
No.
they're amazing. Yeah. They're not doing any stuff anymore, but their music's great.
Yeah, they broke up a while back, but they're choice.
Yeah.
they're very mellow, like nice, calm band. Just you put it on the background. Just kind of fall asleep to it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I totally agree. It's not. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. If you like rainforest music and you're really into brown music or white noise while you're sleeping, you should put on Tony Danza's tap dance extravaganza while you're sleeping.
Ooh. Challenge accepted.
Have you heard of
I'm gonna Twitter myself tonight listening to that.
There's this crazy band I just found recently that sounds sort of like Slipknot. They're called Paleface Swiss. They're like the Swiss band. They're really
Ooh.
nuts. They're like just insane to listen to. I'm like, what is happening? You can't even understand the change ups in the song. Well, I guess it's brand new, so I don't know it, but it's crazy. It's some nuts music. It's like how Slipknot used to be all about Satan and stuff like that, and that's what I loved about them old back in the day before they did Stone Sour and ruined everything for me personally. And
They
then,
were nice guys, though.
Oh yeah, they were nice boys. Oh, Corey.
They were nice fellas.
Those nice boys.
Well, like you could hear the craziness in Corey's voice when he was screaming back in the first two albums. You know what I mean? And then it was just like singing. But that's
They're always impressive live. They were always impressive live.
They're crazy still. There's so many of them. They're up to hitting shit. It's crazy, nuts. Like I wish I would have got them go back to the old Slipknot
Finding
days.
communities on Twitch that can comprehend me has saved my life. It's allowed me to explore what I really want and like in my life. Mutual respect and support, plus humor, is huge for me. Hey, well, oh man, I'm sure glad to have met you. Can I call you? Well, let's see. Well, let's see. I mean, it's like Scoia'tolo. I know, I can't stop seeing it now.
Scoia.
Or, Tolo.